It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Coming to you live from the luscious loins of LaPel, Indiana. It's Bullshit, hanging out always with Derek.
What's up?
And our guests tonight are none other
Bone Daddy.
Sarah.
Bone Daddy.
and Heath. And yes, I totally
It's Heath and Hera.
I totally forgot to change the fucking
I like that the cameras are
Usually only my
contiguous over
close
here.
personal friends call me
Looks like
Bone
my-
Daddy.
It looks like my arm is like freakishly long.
That's epic.
Oh man.
So there's a little optical fun for you guys to start the night off.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Nerd.
So I can't get your name to pop up. I had this problem last week.
I'm just the nameless one.
All right.
I feel like everybody knows you at this point.
Yeah.
though.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm Clint Eastwood tonight.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of, so Derek, why don't you talk to Sarah and Heath about the shows they have coming up this weekend while I go get the VHS?
Yeah, let's do that. Give me a rundown. What is this weekend looking like for you guys?
We have 2 Halloween shows. And the first one is the isn't it the opening night for Gasworks in Kokomo?
Yeah.
That's gonna be super fun. He's actually also running a shuttle bus.
Shutter.
Yeah. From Indy to Kokomo. So that's
Heck yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, if you're not in Kokomo or you just want to drink and have a ride home, there's a bus that will take
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
to and fro the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And
So-
that was what, like $25 a ride, right?
Yeah,
And that-
25, and that includes a ticket to the show.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a
Yeah.
really good deal.
Mhm.
I dig that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think for the opening night up at the Gasworks, they couldn't have a better lineup. Like, it's amazing. It's gonna be intense, and you guys are right there at the centerpiece of that. It's super exciting. to hear
Yeah, I'm
that.
really excited about it. There's a lot of interest in it too. I see like on social media, a lot of people are showing that they want to go or there's interest in it. So it should be a really good night.
Yeah, no, Max, I've been watching his videos. He's been putting a lot of fucking work into that place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm stoked to just see how it all comes together. It looks awesome so far.
Got the
So.
Godzilla on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that stage looks like it was built by somebody that's been on a stage before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
it's like you got all the space. It's, and I'm willing to bet you guys are going to use every inch of that space too.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 8
What-
people.
so you guys are doing that this weekend, and then you have another Halloween show coming up,
Yeah.
right?
On Saturday, we are doing the Irvington after party. The Irvington Halloween Fest after party at the Playground Studios.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like an epic good time.
And
as
there's
well.
we got an ex-Colts player going
Has a
on going on
band.
after. So apparently he's got a band. So
Nice.
Jim Irsay is playing.
that would be hilarious.
That would be so
He
cool.
brings his fucking guitar collection
Yeah.
out. And
Hell
all
yeah.
those drunk bastards are just fucking fingering around on him.
Man,
I mean,
do you
we're-
know which player?
Tony
Yeah,
Walker.
Tony Walker.
Okay.
In the second half.
Where is that? I don't see it.
It's
Oh, right
there's
there.
There are a lot of
Right in
icons
front of
on
your
the-
face.
It's on the
on
flyer.
poster, yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm like looking at all these companies that are sponsoring it. Hell yeah. I know LMP for sure. What up?
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, Brandon and Alicia from Indica.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, they put that show on every year, at least for the last several years. We played it before once years ago, but it's a good time. So yeah, if you're hanging out in Irvington,
And that's a great
For the-
festival too. It's so much fun. It's
When
huge.
did
and
what time does it start?
well, yeah, the festival itself is
I think
all
it's
day.
the whole
and then
weekend,
I-
isn't it?
well, no, they're
Oh.
two different events, but
Oh.
the-
6:30 to 11.
yeah,
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you guys are turning around and you're playing in Chicago next weekend, right?
It's in November.
It's mid-November.
Oh, that's okay. So that's a couple weeks out.
16th, November 16th at Slagfest at Reggie's.
Yeah, and this is like our 10th time playing it, so I'm just
That's
joking.
like fourth.
It's our 4th time in a row.
crazy exciting. That's such
Yeah.
an awesome venue to play into. I mean, I feel like you get the real Chicago experience when you're up in that place.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
It's like if the Mel was on fucking steroids, crack,
Yeah.
PCP, mushrooms,
And 14.
all at once.
Yeah.
They got like 4 bars in there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Once or twice.
It's like you walk in, it's like this long bar, right? And then it opens up into this big room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the stage is at. And then they have another room next to it for bigger shows.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
I've never been to a
And a
bigger
bigger
show.
stage.
I've only been to the
It's just
smaller
like
shows.
it's like a big open space basically. Like it slants down and
No, that's where I was.
Okay.
There's
Oh,
a
okay.
plant, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have that room, then there's like they have that's the rock club, and then they have the music joint, which is where the restaurant and stuff is, and it's a smaller stage.
Mhm.
But they'll get some fairly. It's that space is like very similar to the Mel, like in that
Yeah.
it's like space wise and the way the tables are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It's a little bit like that, but
I can't get my mic to work the way I want it to. It's like too hot or too cold.
It happens.
Fuck this mic. It's
Fuck
not-
that, Mike.
I hate it.
Fuck that mic.
It's the worst. So hell yeah, like have you guys done so you said that you had done the Fountain Square thing before with LMB? The operators did?
in Irvington, the Irvington thing. Yeah, it's been like I think it was like 2019 or something maybe.
Mm. And so oh yeah,
2020.
how's the album going? Like you guys put out that vinyl a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, it's going really well. Yeah.
I gotta say, like, I posted a thing earlier and I added music to it, and most of the time, like, I'll search like whatever Limp Bizkit, and there'll be a Limp Bizkit song, and then it's like spread apart, and I searched I just put operators, and it was like the first 3 songs were operator songs. I was like,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
like, yeah, I was like, all right, awesome,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I like went through them and picked my favorite one. I was like, I want this one.
Hell yeah.
I didn't want to use what's the one not Catfish. I didn't want to use that one.
Better off alone.
That's it. Yeah. Cause like I hear those all the time and I was like, I want to do something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So but yeah, it's really I thought it was really cool that when I went to do that, it was like right there. There wasn't no other operators or smooth operator or whatever.
Yeah,
It just popped right up to the band. I was
Well,
like,
that's awesome.
You guys have like that really approachable sound, and
Oh,
like,
cool.
well, like, and you're really approachable people too. I mean, as a whole, like, you're a really rad band. You know, what I
everybody
mean?
but Brandon.
Yeah, everybody but Brandon.
Just kidding. You can't
Brandon's
approach
probably
Brandon
too
because he's already.
approachable, honestly.
I was gonna say you can't approach Brandon because he's already
He's already-
approachable.
He's already in your environment.
That- yeah, that's
He's
that's-
already in your safe space.
Exactly.
Like, that's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's interesting because it's like, you guys are super approachable, and anybody that has mentioned to me like, oh, I don't really like ska, because like there are people that are diehard against ska and I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's so sad.
I could do a dissertation on that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, I'll give you a moment. But like, anytime that I hear somebody mention that, like, oh, I'm not into ska, or I don't like ska, I'm like, you've obviously never heard the operators. Like,
That's right.
Oh,
that's just
wow,
a thing.
thank you.
Well, it's like I said, it not only are you approachable people, but it's approachable music, and there's
Yeah.
you have this almost kind of jovial thing that's like very almost New Orleans-esque, you know what I mean? Like, where it's like footloose and fancy free.
Sure, yeah.
And ska is naturally that way anyway, but you guys like take it to a whole different place, you know what I mean? And then not only that, like watching you guys play is awesome because it looks like you guys are having a blast, and
Oh,
that
thanks.
always
We
makes
are.
the show
It
way.
is- I mean, that's the
Yeah.
that's the important.
That
part.
is the important part. Yeah.
Just
Do you-
having fun.
Do you guys ever get at each other when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
when you're out there doing this stuff? You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
give me
like
the
as a
deets.
band.
I mean, there's
It's
Yeah.
tea time.
there's 7.
We're
eight of-
definitely a
8 of us.
family,
Yeah.
and like all families, you have your ups and your downs, and I think we all take turns not liking each other.
Brandon.
Different particular people. We all have our thing.
Right.
But honestly, we all come back together for the stage.
Hell yeah.
And when we go out and do the music, that's what's important, is that we enjoy each other enough to be able to do that regardless of if we don't like each other in the
Right.
moment, you know.
I think
that's such
I
a great way to be.
I think as like petty as shit gets in like the band chat or band practice, sometimes like usually when we're out and about like traveling and like doing shit, it's like that's when we're the most like equilibrium within, you know. I think everybody's good just about like space, and like when they need it, when they need their own, they go and get it. Like
That's awesome.
Yeah.
we're not, I don't think we're like good about like not being too dependent on like, oh, we got to be up each other's ass all weekend.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, like we spend plenty of time together and stuff, but we also know that
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Space.
that was like the Paul McCartney thing, right? He was like, I love you guys, but get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
That sort of
Usually
thing,
like day 3 or 4 on the road, out of like 5 or 6 days, I'm ready to take a break from people. Just people in general. It's like
Right.
I've already given everything I have
Yeah,
on the
'cause even-
stage.
yeah,
I need just a break. And so yeah, I'm usually the first person to say, listen, the introvert in me needs a break.
Yeah, that's understandable. At
I
least
do-
you guys are a group that can do that, though. Right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Sure.
That's cool.
I do have a pretty good story time though over the last. So we played
Story time.
we played Supernova Ska Festival. It's in Fredericksburg, Virginia, or Fort Monroe, Virginia.
Hampton.
Hampton. It's on literally on Fort Monroe though. So I mean, it's like right there on the beach,
That's rad.
all the way on the coast. So you know, it's a good 12-hour drive.
The biggest ska festival in the United States.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we're heading out for that. Christian is on tour currently at the time with Harley Poe still. So he's actually in DC, and they have a show there like the day before we had to open up the festival. So like we're basically trying to arrange a practice because he's been out on the road.
Yeah, we haven't rehearsed as a
played as a
band.
band for like 3 or 4 weeks. Like
Yeah.
in total, we've had our little bits and pieces getting together to practice, but
But
as
for
a-
like one of our
to like
biggest
practice the
shows.
set and shit, we hadn't even like really done it. So it was like, oh shit, well we have a 30-minute like tight set that we need to like song to song. So it was like, gotta get a rehearsal in.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to set up with the dudes from Eastern Standard Time out of Virginia, and we're able to use their practice space, and that's cool. So that gets all arranged. But the original idea was like, oh yeah, we'll have like all day when we get there Thursday to like go rehearse, chill out, and we can kind of take our time to get there. We left on Wednesday night, but we got to meet Christian there on Thursday, and it turns out they ended up getting a gig that night in DC with Harley Poe. So he's like, oh, I can only practice like from like 11 a.m. to
from
like
like
1,
noon to
and then I
2
have
or
to head back to
something.
DC.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're like, shit. So then that means we have to fucking rush to get there. So we leave Wednesday night. I got this Airbnb that was like this cabin in West
It
Virginia
was
on a mountain.
gorgeous. It
And
would
I was
be a
like,
place you'd
this is
want to
gonna
spend
be
a day
awesome because
in.
I was like,
Yeah.
we'll have to leave early in the morning anyway. Like, but I was thinking like 8 or 9, not like
Kurt-
5. Like we ended up having to do.
We got
so,
like a 2-hour sleep.
so it was like, oh, at least we're gonna like we're gonna see a cool sunset, and like we're gonna be on the mountain. It's gonna be rad. But instead, it's like, oh no, it becomes like, oh, we roll in there about 1 a.m. So we
Oh,
get to
shit.
sleep for like 3 hours. We got to leave at like 5 to get to fucking Virginia before noon so we can get a practice in. And that was the roughest fucking ride for most of us. Just like,
Well, it
low
was the
sleep.
roughest ride for one person in
Yeah.
particular, and that was
We
Greg.
I was like, we don't have to name names.
Oh, sorry, not Greg.
So yeah, somebody had some motion sickness really bad, and we're in West Virginia.
Oh man.
I was following my maps and shit, and it was taking us away from tolls. So it, of course, took us some bumfuck road
Yeah.
where we're like passing
It
dump
was super
trucks,
windy.
and there's like literally a less than 1 lane road, and these dump trucks are coming, and I'm just like, fuck, I'll pull the van over, let them pass, and then like the whole time Greg's just like dying every curve. I hear him go, ugh, and then eventually he just fucking explodes.
Oh man.
Out of
Yeah.
his mouth for a long time. And so he's sick. We got to go to Sheets.
And he looked like green.
Yeah,
It was
Dram him
really
in.
bad.
Oh,
He
man.
looked
He was
green.
not in good shape. He hadn't even eaten either. That was the other thing I didn't realize at the time is like he hadn't eaten since like Wednesday afternoon.
Oh shit.
So it's been like several hours. He missed a few meals. So that's all rough. We're all on like 2 hours of sleep. We make this fucking drive. We used to practice at this place, and we're like, oh, thank God, it felt so good. But We're like, we get through the set one time and it's all good, and then dude brings out like 3 joints,
Oh
and
man.
for whatever reason we smoke all of them at once.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're
naturally.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I mean,
then-
you guys do travel with like an army of motherfuckers, so
That's
like,
right. Because that equals to 2 hits per
right?
person.
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah, then we practice set again, and this time it's like, what happened? Because we start off like Greg is literally dead, and I look over, he's not playing.
He's
anymore.
like,
he's
his
laying
arm
the
is up on
ground.
his keyboard,
arm is up on
and
his
he's on the
keyboard.
ground.
And I'm like, I literally thought he was like not
Oh,
okay.
no.
So I was like, hey, like I'm like, we're literally on the second song of the set, and I'm looking at everybody like, why are you guys still playing? Like, this dude's passed the fuck out. Like, are we not gonna stop? And they're kind of just like keep playing, and I'm like kind of freaked out about it. And then all of a sudden, like we get to the our
Tango.
song Tango. There's a cue that he has where he's the only one playing, and he just bum. And I look over, and this fucking hand rises from behind the keyboard. This fucking dead hand, and then you just see the.
We're like,
his
okay,
finger
he's
goes
fine.
down, and
He's
like,
fine,
yeah,
guys.
it's
He's
like,
fine.
oh yeah, he's cool. So then after that, I was like, all right. So we finished the set, but it was like the first time we ran through it. We hadn't played in forever, and like the energy was good. And then we got fucking stoned, and like that just did us in after a long ass trip. Then
I'm
after
being
that,
worried about
yeah, after that, we fucking get our asses to our Airbnb in
Right.
Virginia. We just like
Take
passed
a
the fuck
long
out.
Pass
nap.
out.
It was,
Yeah.
like, it was rough, dude. 'cause,
It was rough.
yeah, just like having to drive. Like it would have been a great stay at that Airbnb in the cabin, but just like literally getting 2 hours of sleep, and it ain't worth driving up the fucking mountain to sleep for 2 hours and drive
Right.
back
Yeah.
down at like
Right.
5 a.m. It's all dark. It's like you don't even see anything. All you see is windy ass roads in the dark, and you're just like, cool. I guess we're on a fucking mountain. I guess.
Great
yeah.
sunrise.
Great sunrise.
How are you guys scheduling your like stays and stuff like that? So is that like something that are you guys doing that as the band yourself?
Yeah.
I do. I do most of that.
Yeah.
I'm the treasurer and things. So
We do
I usually book the
everything
vans
just about.
and
Right on.
Airbnbs and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because I was wondering about like because that's a lot of gear to move to a place, and
Yeah.
like how does that like is it a multiple vehicle situation? Are you guys like
Well,
renting a big vehicle?
This
or-
year, like we've done a lot of traveling, and we were just taking 12 to 15 passenger vans.
right?
But there was that one time, I can't remember what
yeah,
tour was this.
Sometimes
was
you
it
get
East Coast, so we had to take
sometimes you
2
get
cars.
fucked. Yeah, when we did a tour of the East Coast, we kind of got fucked over, and the Enterprise I reserved a van at said that it came back and it was damaged. So it was the day of, like the morning of, we have like 4 hours to fucking leave to go head to DC.
Right.
And
And they're
so-
hanging you
And
up.
they literally are like, oh, we don't have anything, but we can give
Yeah.
you like 3 compact cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, the
Fuck
point is not
you.
to drive 3 fucking cars.
Yeah.
That's
so
why
I-
we're all riding together.
I call around, I try to find a van. Like the closest ones I can find are like at budget, and like they literally were like, oh, we're out for 5 days. So it was like just long enough that they charge you for a whole week, even if you're not like.
Oh yeah.
So it was like I had to pay. It would have been like 1,800,
Oh,
2,000
man.
bucks to rent the fucking van. So it was like, no, that ain't. I think it was more than that. It might
How
be
did you
like
guys end up
26.
solving that?
So ended up solving it by. I got
Brandon
a good
took
deal.
his car.
Yeah, Brandon had just got not a new car, a used newish
van.
car, only a few thousand miles on it or whatever. So like he's like, okay, I can take that.
Brand spanking used.
And then we ended up renting a what was it? A Wagoneer, a Jeep Wagoneer.
Oh yeah, and it was actually really kind of comfortable. I mean, it kind of sucked that we weren't all together, but the 2-car thing was kind of actually really comfortable and nice.
We actually
Yeah.
We had more room.
The thing that sucked too was we couldn't get a passenger van, but they were like, "Oh, we have these minivans," and like they took it Enterprise, and they showed us, and me and Dave Grove went to pick it up,
Right.
and they were like showing us all the storage space, and it was one that had like storage in the floors
Oh, the
and like all
stow
this
and
shit. So we were
go,
like,
and
"Oh,
hell
this
yeah.
would be perfect. Like we'll have plenty of space." And then like suddenly these people come in, and they're like, "Oh wait, no, this is their van." And they're
What
like,
the
"Oh," and then they like, "We got this one for you," and it was like a Jeep Wagoneer, and it was super nice, and like
it was super
but
nice.
the other one would
brand
have had
new.
way better storage and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so yeah, we took multiple cars to DC, and then we went to New York and Connecticut.
Yeah.
That was the first
So-
time too that we got as a band got recognized outside of state, which was really interesting at the
That's awesome.
Starbucks in
That's
West
awesome.
Virginia.
Shout out to David Evans, man. Enterprise does fuck up reservations. And also I got Worms Rocks.
True that. Here,
Yeah.
here.
I tried to get this up faster, but I couldn't. But Yeah.
Oh.
Aw, we're gonna need a bigger van.
We're gonna need a bigger
Well,
van.
there's a reason that those, gigantic touring acts travel with 2 buses. It's like,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
all the assholes go to the one in the back,
Yep. Frankly,
Yeah.
taking multiple vehicles is probably, when you have 8 people, it's kind of the way to go.
It was so
'cause-
nice. It was just a lot quieter, and there was
Yeah.
more space. But
I have a short bus.
I'm
You
that
guys could hire
person.
me. I'll just drive you around.
All right.
okay,
I mean, I would
yeah.
literally be down for
Yeah.
that.
Hell
Yeah, Heath does all the driving.
Dude,
He's our treasurer and
always.
driver.
Lately, I've been trying not to.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
even have to pay for
Really?
anything other than gas, as long as I could just say I'm the official driver of the operators.
Oh my gosh,
You're
is that all
hired.
it's gonna take? You're hired right now.
We'll even give you a nice tip.
Remember this conversation tomorrow, please.
You'll have to get him like a headset with a mic on it.
Yeah, it's like we get off stage, we're like, all right, man, Operation Pick Me Up has begun. We're gonna need you here in T-minus 5 minutes.
I have some whiskey in a cup if anybody would like some.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
good
shit.
on that whiskey in the
I'm
cup.
good. I'm Gatorade.
you're like no. It's actually you didn't want
random
it
ass
anyways.
whiskey cup.
I
I
would still swear Gatorade.
I hung out with Craig last week. We went and watched a show down in Cincinnati. Got to see Sack. And this is the leftovers from it. So Turkey 101.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, you just have that cup?
Well, no, I just didn't want to like sit here and be like,
Nobody would have known what was in that cup if you didn't say
well,
it.
I don't care if people know what's in the
He
cup or
feels
not.
comfortable with us.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It's opening up.
And I thought the cup was fucking cherry. I drink and I know things.
hell yeah.
So speaking of red flags, how is the backlash from that social media post about Chris going? I guess like he got in some trouble.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I
There's
didn't.
What?
a picture of him. And
Oh, yeah,
some
yeah.
lady posted about him
Yeah.
red flags and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his lookalike.
Oh, I was like, wait a second, is this
Lookalike
real?
brother. No, you saw it.
It's not real.
No.
It's
There's
fake.
lots, there have been several of those, like, just on the internet in general, just like times where it's like, is this dude Christian? And
Yeah.
and it's
It
like,
looks just
No,
like
like-
him.
like somebody else inevitably send him some shit like that where it's like, it looks just like him. Like, we used to call him fucking what's his name, DJ Khaled.
That's terrible.
He's like, it's Chilean DJ Khaled.
So is it like a legit doppelganger?
He looks pretty close.
He just gets. I think people mistake him for
For other
other.
men of Hispanic looking
Yeah.
persuasion.
Does he play the drums? let's get down to the real
He's got-
business.
yeah, yeah, if you got the beard- if you got
It's
the
like,
beard and the goatee.
So many people mistake you for every like bald guy in
Yeah,
the bar. They're
every
like,
bald,
oh, hey, there's
every bald fat guy with
like,
glasses.
black glasses.
I get people sending me
Like,
pictures
oh,
all the
it's
time that are like, it's racism 101. It is. It totally is. Just like being a bald fat man with glasses.
Totally racism.
We're all the same.
I actually just
We're all the same
I only
person.
wore the white glasses so people could differentiate.
Right.
Oh,
It would have been a
thank
little
you.
confusing.
I appreciate that.
I'm a little,
Personally,
I'm feeling a little scruffy too, so it might have been even worse.
It'd be cool if we could like switch out and then come back and you have my beard.
Wish I would have brought my
Hey, I'll go to
clippers.
commercial break real fast.
Switch spaces really fast and see if people notice.
You take the best photos. I keep one in the computer.
It's inside of it.
It's inside of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. I like the edit.
He's
on
the
that one.
most photogenic person, honestly. Like he doesn't believe me, but me and Brandon both
don't.
tell him he's so photogenic.
Very.
I hate
Cutest
I hate
boy.
Like yes,
I'm keeping this Brandon one too. It's staying.
it's a good one. That was a good one.
Man, yeah, I was watching you guys the news when you guys
Yeah.
did the news. I just remember him saying, "We're gonna need a bigger van," and I was like, "Oh
My God.
my god!" He did not just say that on live television, and I screenshotted. Yeah, it was like
That was the best, dude. I that morning was hilarious because I was just like wondering, just like what's gonna happen.
Nothing good.
We had him. It was basically like either him or Brittany's gonna be the one like talking, and it's like, well, dude, technically it's your band, so
Right.
like, You're the one. And she had like just joined, I think. At
And
that
that's why
point.
he said that. I was gonna say I had just
Yeah.
joined, and that's why he said we're gonna need a bigger van. So
Silly.
Turns out you just needed another one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We recently we've got Dan Funder of
Playing
Dysfunction
trombone.
Brass playing trombone because Darby unfortunately is up in Muncie now and he's playing a lot of fucking tennis leagues.
Yeah,
and
now
shit that
he's
he
a
does.
tennis pro now.
So like
Darby?
he's
Yeah,
going to like
dude.
he's doing
Dude, yeah,
tournaments in
something
like
you don't
Las
know
Vegas
about Darby.
and shit.
He is like
backhand.
actually placed
Apparently.
in like national men's tennis rankings. I don't know
What?
what he placed, but
And
just the
that's-
fact
yeah,
that he did.
That's
is-
why he's not in
blows
the
my
band
mind.
anymore technically because
It's technically
we had
because
Sorry, I gotta quit this band
a
so I can
tennis
go be a
pro, yeah.
pro
I'm
athlete.
like, wow.
no, he,
Damn.
a man of many talents.
Yeah.
sure.
I
A man
keep
of many talents and many tracks.
I keep
In many tracksuits.
2 tennis rackets and a thing of tennis balls in my vehicle at all times.
just
Well,
just
not during the
keep going.
winter. I got to take him out now. But dang, I wish I'd known he played tennis.
Yeah, and now he lives
Oh,
in
you're
Muncie
close.
too.
I say you
so-
actually
Oh,
you're
I
not
thought
far
you-
from him because he's in
yeah.
fucking Muncie.
I'm gonna have to
so
hit him up.
you
And be
should
like,
hit him up.
let's go.
yeah.
I'm sure he's
I can
probably
volley.
he'll take anybody. he
I
can-
highly doubt my serve's
play
going to do
against.
much. Especially, I mean, come on. If he's probably serving like 95 to 105 miles per hour, and I'm over here like,
I would be
Just
so
trying to-
impressed if he did. Like the many lives of Darby, you know?
for
Like,
sure. He's
dang.
a good dude. We miss him.
Yeah, I
we
miss him
definitely
so
miss having
much.
him around, but we have a new trombone now.
He's just
so.
such an interesting guy.
You guys should write a book about him.
The
About
many-
Darby?
the many
I
lives
bet we
of Darby.
could,
Like a-
honestly,
like
because
a children's book.
Like, oh, I'm sure we
a
could. yeah.
tracksuit for every lifestyle.
Well, I don't know about the drugs in the flask, but besides that,
Hey man, you know, you gotta live a little.
it's true. I don't know if it'd fit for a children's book.
Eh, I mean, most adults these days are children anyway, right?
That's true. I mean, I'd read it. We can make it
Yeah.
a coloring book.
yeah.
hell yeah. And you could the tracksuit, you could change the color.
Oh
every
yeah, you can have like
page.
cutout tracksuits.
Absolutely.
Dress him every day.
Those little 80s Barbie books or whatever.
Yeah,
Cut out the dresses
exactly.
and shit.
All right, guys. Before I forget,
Oh my
let's do
god,
the
we're such
the
good
gift of
ideas.
VHS.
Oh yes. Let's see it.
So I was like, I walked over there and boom, I was like, that's the one. I was like, that's the one. All right, so no, like I gotta stop not going with my gut on these. So Sarah, I hope you like this movie. I'm pretty sure this is pretty old. I don't think it came out when the movie came. No, it didn't. But this is definitely not 90s. This is 80s version. But here is a copy of Grease
Oh yeah,
on VHS.
hell yeah.
So the probably the most hated movie I've ever seen. I absolutely can't stand that movie.
Really?
Yeah, the only one that even competes with it is Hanging on the Wall Behind You, Dirty Dancing.
Oh yeah.
You
You know
Well,
why
yeah.
though? Because it was like my sister's house
Oh,
growing
yeah,
up.
you just over.
I don't
over-
hate the movie.
yeah,
I just seen it
overexposure,
so many times,
overexposure.
but it is a great movie. And then for you, Heath, I grabbed The Last Starfighter.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but that is a
The
classic.
funny thing about that is I've seen like bits and pieces of this movie throughout the years because it was
Oh,
always on like Stars or HBO or whatever one of the channels like in the summer when they're just like, what fucking cheap movies do we have to put on all day? Like so it's like I would always catch like bits and pieces of
So,
this movie.
I just did another round of VHS and I saw Grease. I was like, dude, I don't think I've ever seen this on VHS. I gotta get it. And like, boom, like within 3 weeks of getting it, like I was like, I bet Sarah loves Grease.
I do.
Hell yeah.
I do love Grease.
I did too.
It's a great musical.
It's like Fall Out Boy, you know. At first you love him, and then
And
you
then
know,
you hate him.
yeah.
And
I
you
don't.
learn to
I
love
don't
him
hate
again.
it. Hate is such a strong word. It's like one of those childhood memories for me. But Grease, yeah, this is a good movie. I just hear the songs. He knows.
Yeah.
Grease What's the one? Tell me more. Tell me
Oh,
more.
Yeah.
Dude, the parody of that was hilarious. Where it's just like he's saying like increasingly more fucked up things, and it's like, and they just keep singing the song.
Oh yeah.
It's like that song is
It is.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's not a good subject matter, you know.
I almost like, ooh, I should open the door. I'm gonna open the door a little bit.
Yeah, crack
Yeah.
that bad boy. Heck yeah. So you guys are going to be out in Chicago,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
What are you guys looking at past beyond that?
We have another show in Chicago,
December 28th.
December 28th, but I can't say any
It's
details
not
about
announced
that
yet.
Right on.
But next Tuesday we will be announcing that one. So
That's super
that's
exciting.
going to be an awesome show.
Got to keep an eye out for that flyer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
But it is in Chicago, unfortunately. But
it is what it is.
it'll be a Christmas show. It'll be a lot of fun. Lots of good bands
Yeah.
playing it. So
Yeah.
Do you guys tour with the season? Generally, do you try to spend winter at home, or do you guys tour?
Typically,
through the winter?
historically, we have. I think this year we're gonna be probably riding in the winter,
Right.
getting more songs together, and yeah. But yeah, typically we just spend time with our families.
Heck yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we stuff slows down a little
Yeah,
bit.
stuff slows down.
Towards the end of the year. Last year was like working on the album, and the year before that was
Writing and
writing
recording.
and yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
winter time is productivity time.
Right.
So
Rinse and repeat. Get ready for
Yep.
next season.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You guys are gonna come in swinging, and it's gonna be amazing.
you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see you on like TV or some shit.
Oh,
like,
I hope so.
and when I say TV, I mean like some crazy award show, and it's
Yeah.
like, hey man, I remember those guys. Them motherfuckers used to hang out around
I just
Indy all the time.
want to get a cameo on a fucking sitcom or something.
Oh hell
Be
yeah!
like
Yeah.
the band in the bar for the one scene, and you get like one line,
or have one of our
in the
songs
show,
just
and-
playing a sitcom. Like
I mean, that's a cool
that'd
thing.
be cool too.
Like, I want to be in the band on the Drew Carey show.
Right.
for-
Heath could just be on Saturday Night Live, honestly.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
Sign
me up, Lord
Yeah.
Michaels. Come on,
Let's-
dude.
Yeah, Lauren Michaels needs to hire this man right now.
That would be
Needs
awesome.
to happen.
And then the operators could play Saturday Night Live, and
Who's gonna host?
who's gonna host
Oh, who? Yeah, who would host your Saturday Night Live?
our Saturday?
That's a good question. I want to see like Jeff Goldblum or like
That would be amazing.
That'd be
like Chris Walken. I want Chris Walken
Yeah.
on my
Right.
You know.
That's like, oh man, the episode that he did with
Just cowbell. All
the cowbell
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken's had like a lot of good shit on SNL actually, doing the fucking Dead Zone shit
Mhm.
back in the day, and like I don't know, he's just one of anytime they have like an actor who comes on so frequently that they get their own like characters and shit on SNL, it's like that's always
I was gonna say Tom Hanks.
awesome.
I was like, oh, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
that would be a good one too.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure I could name way too fucking many, but
I'd have somebody like ridiculous. I'd pick like CeCe DeVille
okay, yeah.
from like from Poison. People be like, "Who the fuck is this
Just,
guy?"
like, find some fucking
Random guy.
That went right over my
old,
head. I
old
was like,
school, yeah.
Yeah. Like and make sure that it was like one of those 80s stars that was like known for being trashed all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like they'd be right at home. I mean, it's SNL. They invented
Right.
that shit.
Michael Richards.
Yeah.
Michael Richards. I want to be his.
Is he
I
still
want.
canceled?
I want his redemption arc to finish with our SNL.
Yeah.
is that the Seinfeld guy?
Yeah, he
Okay.
got canceled a while ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Oh my god.
That was.
I think
interesting.
isn't Tom Hanks canceled too, or is that fake cancel?
Well, isn't it just everybody like
Conspiracy.
the sect of the internet that's like everybody in Hollywood is like diddling kids and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like he always gets pulled into that. 'Cause there was an article in the Indie Star maybe or Nouveau about him coming to town like last week or 2 weeks ago, and I read it was about he went to some shop and was looking for typewriters. Like apparently he collects old typewriters or some shit, so he was looking around town for typewriters, and all the comments were like, fucking child diddler, blah, 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 just whatever, like weird shit. I'm just
Right.
like, really, Tom Hanks? And then I started looking that shit up, and I was like, well, of course, like every fucking
That was like
Right.
so
person gets accused of that
pandemic.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pandemic.
Like
It was so hashtag pandemic.
Hashtag 4 years ago.
there's like
I'm still not happy about it, man. That sucks. Like
Yeah.
everybody just being locked inside, canceling each other.
Yeah.
it's true.
I was gonna play a video from Money Pit. Have you guys ever seen that film?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the part where he's like on the second floor, and he's walking to the room,
And it just sinks.
sinks in, and it's like locked in. He's like, he's fucking just freaking out. Man, my God, dude, some of his movies are just so good. I just rewatched Big like a month ago, and with Kane and Thorne because they never seen it. I was like,
They're so good. He's so wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Even if his movies been boring, it's still always been like good and Tom Hanks wholesome.
Yeah, that's my thing is I always forget.
Castaway was awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was awful.
I honestly love. I love.
And the
going
Terminal,
back
that was
and-
bad. Too.
Terminal. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was
love going
bad.
back and watching Castaway though. It's been long enough to where just now when you said that, it was like, oh, I need to watch that
Oh,
movie
man.
again.
I really don't like the train movie, the Christmas train
Polar
movie.
Express.
Oh.
How do you not like?
Oh, dude, that art style,
Do you have like,
terrible. That shit,
Uncanny
no.
Valley
The Robert,
thing?
Robert Zemeckis, like his fucking 3D shit, because he's always like, oh, it's through like facial modeling and like whatever. So it's like they're trying to make it look like real people, and it's like you went too far, and it's like, you know, technology wasn't there enough, especially when that movie was made, and even now, it's like,
So you
when
think
they-
it's just like poorly made?
oh, it's not that it's even poorly made. It's that like that the style that they've done it in is like the opposite of timeless. Like it's just like
off-putting.
it's so off-putting, and yeah, it's uncanny
Yeah.
valley. It's like
That's
I
how I
cannot
feel like
watch
when they
that
try
shit.
to like unage actors
Exactly,
or whatever
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That
It's
the
filter they
same
use
thing,
is
yeah.
so
Same
creepy,
thing.
dude. Because Robert De Niro moves like a 95-year-old man. Don't make him look 30. That's
Right,
creepy
yeah.
and weird.
Well, and there's like with that uncanny valley thing, I feel like there's kind of a, think back to Christmas movies of Christmas yore, right? Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. When you think of that in your mind, it's like, oh, it's bright, lots
That
of
shit's timeless because it's claymation. It's
yeah,
like,
Right.
absolutely. And then you go to Polar Express, and it's like it kind of gives you that feeling of like what you would expect from a horror movie. Like the imagery is like
exactly.
dark and cumbersome for you to process optically. Man, I'm with you on that one. Like the
There's times-
uncanny valley.
There's
thing
times
tears
where
me
that
up.
works. Like there was that movie in like I don't remember if it was the early 2000s or the late 90s, A Scanner Darkly with like Keanu
Oh
Reeves.
yeah.
And like it's like almost like comic book style, but it's like it's so stylized that it works. And it's like if it's gonna be like that, that's cool. But that shit is like so rudimentary, like CGI, like it
Yeah.
it does not look good.
What'd you think about Watchmen,
Which one?
the film?
I liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked that movie a lot.
They kind of like took some of that and parts of it and
Yeah,
put it in there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking loved that movie. I don't probably not as warm to it now, but definitely when it came out, it was like that was one of my favorite movies. It was
I
the series that they made was actually kind of interesting too. It was totally
oh man,
there,
that was a good one. That was
Yeah.
totally pandemic too.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
and it was definitely it was very it was a little preachy, but it was like it was pretty good. I liked
Did you guys,
it.
did you guys get down on Tiger King during the pandemic?
I did.
Hell
I
yeah.
tried. I couldn't do
Hell
it.
yeah.
There's
There's a
only
new
so
one-
much ignorance that I can take.
You didn't see it?
I tried.
Oh man.
Just the way he talks. I just
Yeah.
couldn't do
It made me
Yeah.
feel good about myself.
It
'cause,
does.
like,
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like watching
There
like
was
the
so
best,
much bad
best
going
episode
on.
of
I just
Jerry
felt so
Springer.
much better about myself.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm not that trashy after all, you know? Like,
He
Like,
had,
oh, this
he had
is
the
the
one,
worst it could
he
be.
had the one tooth like boyfriend who was like a meth addict,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I come
Yeah.
work for me on my tiger farm."
Oscar the Muppet's taking notes
Didn't
right
one of them
now.
shoot themselves in the head or something?
yeah,
Or, like,
he was playing around with the new gun he had just got.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Wow.
all kinds of weird shit. Like
On
that.
camera, in the
Oh,
office.
on
okay,
camera, like you
Yeah.
saw it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they aired it.
Like, I mean, well, like that's like I loved watching the progression of the guy that
Oh,
ran his presidential campaign.
No, you
Oh,
guys are
yeah.
making me
Because it's
feel like I
like-
need to watch it.
You
It,
just-
it is worth
kind
watching.
of. It's
He's-
worth watching.
the character of this character is enigmatic. Like
Yeah.
there's a reason why it caught on because that character is just so like what the fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a new one that the same guy made about monkey people.
Oh, really?
Like monkey moms, I guess is what they call it. Like
Oh.
just people who are like, oh, I just have this monkey chilling in my house.
Was it chimp craze? Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about?
yeah.
Oh
We
man.
watched,
God,
we
it
watched
was
and
so
it's like
crazy.
the best episode is that there was an episode that's just all about all the monkey attacks that have happened. Like
Oh,
the
dude,
famous
monkeys will
ones, and,
fuck
like,
you up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And, like, that
And these
episode
people
was
are treating
crazy.
them like they're children.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Apparently there was one that in like somewhere in Missouri or something maybe where it had escaped a few times, and the mayor was like, "Hey, you guys, if this happens again, like we're gonna have to deal with this monkey because there's laws, but they kind of chose not to do anything about them because it like was a monkey that starred in movies and shit. So it was like it was kind of a celebrity, and whatever. The people were well known. The people in the town knew the monkey, so he kind of got a pass for a while. Then he started getting old and like cranky.
Yeah.
And then this like lady's friend comes over and the monkey fucking rips her face off.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
literally
Yeah.
ripped her face off.
Yeah, and she lived.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Which,
And they put her on. They had her on
Holy
Oprah,
shit.
and she's like literally got this like fucking like shroud over her face.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to talk to her, and they're like,
She basically,
they
yeah.
did like a face
She has
reveal
no
on
eyes,
Oprah.
she has no
and she has
ears,
like no
she doesn't have
fucking
a
face
nose.
anymore. It's like so fucking like I feel.
She's like a
terrible
mouth,
for that
and
person.
that's it.
Yeah. Monkeys are not nice.
No.
Not nice at all. No.
And they're smart.
Yeah.
So like they're
Right.
mean and very smart.
What are those little fucking monkeys that,
The
that people
capuchins?
have? I don't know. When I was in high school, there was a kid I went to high school with, and his dad made dentures for like all of the orthodontics places around.
Yeah.
He had like the casting set up. So this dude was fucking loaded, and he had the like hangover fucking swimming pool where you swim underneath it and has like the bar
Oh,
inside.
shit, yeah.
And he had this fucking monkey that ran around his goddamn bedroom, and his bedroom was like the size of this garage. It was huge. It's like, geez, man, what are you doing with that much space? But he just had this fucking monkey running around, and it was always like fucking with shit, and they were always mad at it, and it was always mad at them. It's like, why do you even have this
Right.
little motherfucker? Like
Yeah.
monkeys,
don't
man.
know.
There was a lot of in the like the movie. It was like there was a lot of like obvious like psychological things with like because a lot of these women who like get these monkeys want a child or their children left or something happened, so they're like literally just replacing their children. And there's like the main woman of the show. They have her kids on occasionally, and when they interview them, they're like, "Yeah, she doesn't actually give a fuck about me, but she fucking really loves this monkey." So, it's like, they straight up acknowledge it. They're just like, "Yeah, I'm not shit to my mom. Like all she cares about is these fucking monkeys."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
it's
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. I was at my girlfriend's house. Damn,
Super loud truck.
Yeah.
floating. I was fine. Anyways, I'm at my girlfriend's house out in the middle of nowhere. It's like Shelby County, and the neighbor comes and knocks on the door and says, "Hey, we just wanted to let you know that our pet bear has escaped our property.
Holy shit.
By the way, you can't have a pet bear in Indiana."
No,
that's a
no.
terrible
Well, you
idea.
shouldn't. I mean, even if you can't,
They
you should.
literally had a bear on their property and it got out. I was like, hell yeah. Probably should bring the dogs in.
Right.
Holy
When was the
shit.
last time that thing ate?
Oh man.
We had a neighbor who had a coyote as a pet.
Oh.
And there was a time where it got out, and like I was probably like 5 or 6, and I remember like pulling in the driveway in my dad's truck with him, and he was just like, "Stay in the truck," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I looked over, and the fucking coyote was sitting on our back porch, and he like called the neighbors like, "Come over here and get this."
Get your damn coyote.
We also lived
Dang.
in near the wildcat rescue place in Center Point. So like there would be times where that shit like something would escape from there, and then be like, "Oh, there's a panther or a cheetah like loose in Putnam County just roaming the fields." And there was a lady who used to do my hair back when I had hair, and she
I remember
This was a while ago.
I remember.
she saw one morning, like it was basically like the scene of the savannah in the middle of fucking Indiana, where like this fucking cheetah is like running across the field, and there's like deer out there, and it just fucking grabbed one of them. And she said she saw it and called and reported it to the DNR, and like they eventually found that fucking thing. But
You're like on 465 South,
you're just like,
getting off on this 70 westbound exit. And you're like merging over, and you see this cheetah fly by. I'm like, hey, that speed limit's 55, man.
The Serengeti. Just hanging
it's like,
out.
yeah, that shit fucking happens. Like,
Dude, you know what's wrong with people from Indiana? We get fucking bored.
totally.
And when we get bored, like we just have like corn.
We buy cheetahs.
Yeah, like all we have is corn. It's like, let's import some wild cats from all the way around the world.
Yeah,
You know what I
let's
mean?
get a
Like,
bear.
yeah, why not?
Let's get a bear.
Let's get a bear.
there's a lot of it's
That's
also
something you don't say enough to me.
Man.
Let's get a bear.
I'll still, I I was just there. I was at my girlfriend. It was her parents' house, and that bear thing, and her dad was so mad. Like, I can't believe that this whole time. But I think the story was that they were raising it to a certain point and then transferring it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I've had friends have pet pigs. Have you ever seen?
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Potbelly-
little teacup
potbelly
piggy.
pigs and shit in the house.
I have
that's a
actually
normal
said that
Indiana
to Heath
thing
before.
there,
Let's
baby.
get a pig.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
They are
And they're
cute.
running and they're only
Yeah, they're
Oh.
adorable.
And
I
then
mean-
they start to get really big, and it's like, this isn't
No,
working.
They're
and
not
they get
very
angry.
teacup
They
anymore.
get so angry, and like if you don't feed, like if you get them on a food schedule, like pigs are the worst about that shit. They will get so fucking pissed off if you like give them less food the next day or feed them too late. And, like you'll go out to the barn and they're fucking beating their head on the fucking door, making
Aw.
crazy noises, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm like
That sounds
freaked out
very
right now.
similar to
They're
our,
like
our
crazy
cats.
smart too, right?
Yeah, they are super smart. There was my dad had a pig that would drink orange soda from a fucking glass bottle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like the trick they made him do.
That's
Man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of like that kind of attitude, have you guys ever had a Chihuahua?
No, but I've
Yeah.
been around them.
Oh
I had
my
a Chihuahua
God.
miniature pinscher mix.
Yeah, I've never had a Chihuahua.
My
but I have been around them.
one of my exes had a it was a whatever. It was a Chihuahua, applehead Chihuahua, whatever. Long hair, really small,
Oh, the long-haired ones.
And-
Okay.
like just so much fucking attitude.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Applehead ones do have
Oh my
really bad
God.
attitude.
I think they all do.
Like
all,
any person.
I was
like,
saying the Chihuahuas I knew, just you couldn't get them to fucking shut up.
Like
When-
my
if
friend
a
has a
stranger
Chihuahua,
came
and
over,
she's
like-
not the Applehead one, but she's super sweet. Like she actually came up and let me pet her right away.
no,
but-
not mine. Not
Yeah.
Tinkerbell. No. Tinkerbell
Yeah.
would literally like, fuck you. I don't know who you are. Fuck you. Fucking kill
Let's go.
you.
Let's go.
And then like if somebody tries to approach her, then it's just like, oh
Yeah.
hell no. You know what I mean? Like, but dude,
Sassy
so much
little
attitude.
things.
Yeah. So much attitude. Man. All right, well let's do the little segue here and run over the shows you guys are playing this weekend. And then we'll take a quick break.
Sure.
So Friday night, you guys are heading up to Kokomo.
Coco Loco.
The first ever Gasworks show. And by the way, you could bus up there. They got a bus picking up somewhere.
It's somewhere on Meridian. I
Shuttle.
believe it's somewhere on Meridian Street. I don't
Shuttle.
know the address is. There's a poster or a post on the Gasworks Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
that
we
has
have a
the
link on our
address.
page too.
Yeah,
I
we'll be
think.
resharing this
Yeah.
stuff. Like, probably
But it's
tonight or tomorrow.
$25, gets you a ticket in and the ride to the show. Good deal.
Super exciting.
Safe deal. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good choices.
Good
That's what we're trying to do.
choices.
We're trying to make
Yeah.
good choices here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying.
Don't
Because
drink and
they're-
drive.
Playing with Stackhouse
Yeah.
and Leather and Mace. And that's what
Have we ever played with those bands before? I don't feel like
We
those
sure
bands
haven't.
aren't
Do
familiar.
you like the
familiar
band
to me.
Electric Six?
Oh yeah. Danger.
Danger.
High voltage.
Leather and Mace does an excellent cover of Gay Bar.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
That's a good one.
You should get them to do it while you're up there.
Hell yeah,
It's
please. If
fan
anyone-
fucking
Call them
tastic.
out
If
now.
anyone's
Leather
watching,
and Mace.
Yeah.
You hear that?
I
Do
heard,
it.
I heard that guitar riff when we
Yeah.
played with them a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was like, beeline for the front of the stage, like, I have to see this.
Bro, I fucked myself. Like they did that song like 2 songs before they were done, and then we were on right after them, right? And as soon as I heard that guitar riff, I had to run up there and be like, "You!" And when I did, I blew my voice out. So like, as soon as I went out during my set, I was like, "Oh man!" Like, but it was totally worth it, dude. It's Gay Bar, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Electric Six rocks.
that band's rad. I know they come to town like semi frequently, but I've
Yeah.
never seen them yet.
Yeah.
So
Do you know who Mark Malman is? He's
Doesn't
from
ring a bell.
He's from Minneapolis. He's like a local legend there. We met him. When I say we, I'm talking about Lisa, my lovely other half, and met him at an Electric Six show, and they frequent this area quite a bit when they
Yeah.
come. They come through together, and I feel like Indianapolis is the best place to see them because we have the venues that are like not too big,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
but not too small either, so you get the full.
I do
effect.
like our club, our clubs here because we don't really. Not a lot of bands playing like theaters and shit around here, and if they do, it's like at the Murat. Like in that case, it's probably something you're not like
Yeah,
standing for necessarily.
right.
I did see Elvis Costello at the Murat like last year or 2 years ago, and it was one of those things where it was like, God damn, I want to stand up, but like, it's like you're the weird one for standing up and shit like that. It's like, all right, well,
I went and saw AFI and I can't remember the other, whatever, the dude from Fight Club, his band, the fucking, God bless it. Anyways, and everybody,
Mars, whatever, 30 Seconds to
30
Mars.
Seconds to Mars.
Oh.
and
Fight
like,
And Mars weren't they playing with Mars Volta or something?
No. That would be insane. 30 Seconds to Mars and Mars.
That's what I thought.
Mars
I thought
is,
the flyer.
it's the Mars bill, and
That'd
they're
be kinda
completely,
cool, though.
their fans would be like on completely different fucking levels.
It would be an
It's like-
interesting show
it
to
would
mingle
be.
with. Like, I would buy tickets to that just to go stand in the crowd and like I want to see the darkness. You ever see the
I
darkness?
haven't seen them, but I'm sure the
Dude,
crowd was.
here's the
interesting.
thing. I
Yeah.
fucking hated the darkness. I judged
Oh,
the shit
dude, they
out of
did
them.
that. I
Oh,
believe
dude,
in a
that-
thing called
That
love.
dude,
Yeah.
Right?
I believe in a
that dude
thing
is
called
Great
talented as
song.
fuck,
So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
A group of friends were like, you know, and my wife loves the darkness, and she's like, you should go check out this band, and I'm like, you know, well, if you're buying a ticket, I'll go, whatever.
Yeah.
So we go and we check them out. That's a fucking rock and roll band, dude.
Yeah, dude, for
They
sure.
shred like
They
a
do.
motherfucker.
They
Yeah.
they just play some fucking regular ass 80s, 70s.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
fucking
really good.
Dicks out rock and roll.
right. I forgot
Yeah.
what we were talking about.
We're talking about
Oh,
Snow.
oh yeah.
I guess so sidetracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to,
Sorry.
I
My bad.
had to switch those glasses out. They were like digging into the side of my head
Oh, yeah.
with the headphones. But no, like everybody's like standing, and I couldn't do it. I was like, yeah. My buddy gave me a 500 milligram gummy.
Holy shit.
THC.
500? Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
That's like when you went and saw the beat.
Yeah.
I couldn't even drive. I could not even drive. So
Yeah.
I had to my buddy had to drive my car. I was just so fucked up. But I was just like that awkwardness of like, you know, you were saying like you wanted to stand, but everybody else is sitting.
Yeah.
And everybody is standing.
And you
and
want
I'm
to
just
sit.
like,
That's what
I'm
I
gonna
was
sit
talking
now.
about with the
Yeah.
darkness was like that was one of the weirdest crowds I had seen because it's like so it was a very unicultural,
Yeah.
you know, a group of people.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
A
And
certain persuasion.
yeah, and all of the women were very short and very Karen-esque, you know,
Okay,
like
yeah.
almost all of them. It was insane. And you could just hear everyone bickering in the crowd. And everybody's just like staring, like giving each other stares and
Like,
stuff. It was just
weird energy.
Yeah.
When
It
on
was-
stage,
yeah.
I know on stage there's like no like the band playing right now. There's no reason for you to be this
This
way.
Yeah.
angsty.
This
Yeah.
is like
yeah.
literally just a super fun, crazy,
Right.
talented
Yeah.
band doing like, you know, crazy theatrical fucking rock and roll shit. Like
Right. And so there'd be like a pod of like 4 of them, and then there'd be like 4 gigantic men standing right behind them, and every single one of them was just like staring at
Full
every other one
full
of them.
aggro in the
Yeah,
crowd. Like,
yeah, and it's like,
damn,
dude,
what
it's
the
like you get
fuck?
all these 6-foot
I
tall
wouldn't
dicks
expect
in
that.
one room, and they're just, you know, staring each other down. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
How long ago was the show?
I will say, it was the last time that they came through at
So it's been like in the last 5 years.
Vogue.
or-
Yeah.
Okay.
So really,
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, I
Wouldn't
rate
expect
the
that.
band 10 out of 10. They blew me away.
Like,
It
the
was
energy at the
amazing.
show
But their
is how
fans
they're
kind of
fucked up.
suck.
Their crowd,
Yeah.
0 out of 10. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
Man.
The weirdest crowd I saw, I went to see Primus and Mastodon.
Oh man.
And it was like a rescheduled show because it was supposed to be on like a Sunday at Noblesville, and then it got moved to a Monday because of rain or something. So it was like, for one, the crowd just wasn't there because it was like a fucking Monday night show, and people probably were like, "Ah, fuck that." But the mix of that crowd was interesting, and you could tell who the Primus people were because they would like literally wander up to you and start like rubbing your body randomly. Like, I literally was just standing watching them, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And they played like a new album like all the way through, which everybody literally everybody was just like, play Tommy the Cat or just like whatever.
Right.
And then they played like an hour of fucking the hits. And it was like, you
Hell
knew
yeah.
this was coming, you guys. Like they're playing their fucking new shit. Just listen to it and shut the fuck up. Anyway, these people would just wander up to you and just like, they're just chilling. They look at you like they're your best friend and you've known each other for like 15 years. And then they just start like rubbing your body and you're like, hey, what's up, bro? And they're like, I love you, man. And I'm just like, cool.
Cool.
That was the weirdest energy I've had at a show. Like literally happened with like 3 different people. And then you just had like some fucking rocker dudes like getting drunk as fuck.
Right.
Like tripping on acid.
Man, I could sit here and spit like so many stories being a photographer
Oh yeah.
and dealing with weird energy. I would say like the most like the whole room just did not want to move, did not want to work with others.
No.
Just it was a Harley Post show, sold out.
Well, getting called out.
You couldn't
Dang,
move.
Harley
You
Post,
gotta
huh?
atone,
You could-
atone for your
No.
fans, bro.
No, dude.
Atone for
Dude,
them
I swear to
fans.
God, like people drove from like
Oh, yeah.
states away to come to this show.
Was it
Yeah.
the one? Was it the New
New
Year's
Year's
show
Eve?
at
New
the
Year's
Mel?
show at the Mel.
Sounds about
Because
right.
I met like dudes in their fucking. They were literally in their
I-
pajamas, and they were like, "I flew in here from Florida, and I'm just coming here for the show and literally leaving
I feel
afterwards."
like because I do the Statue of Liberty whenever it's like that, whenever it's a sold out show. So I just hold my camera up and people know like, all right,
Yeah,
you know, he's gonna take some photos. And people were they would just look at me and be like, not my fuck. I almost killed somebody at this spot. I'm not moving, dude. And it's just like, but that was it. Just that one show. It just seemed like everybody in the room was just like, fuck you.
Right.
Like, no, not today.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't want to like hurt the artistic.
Dick Dale's crowd at the Mel was really interesting. Like that was
I think anytime you have like a band that plays the Mel that draws in the crowd of people who are normally at the Mel,
right.
it gets real interesting. those
Rowdy,
nights.
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets real interesting.
I got one photo of Dick Dale.
Oh yeah.
One photo.
Hell yeah.
And then his son walks over and grabs me. He goes, no photos. And I was like,
What the fuck?
It's for the venue, dude.
fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And I went and I put my camera up. I was like, I get to watch Dick Dale. And
Nice.
that I was all about it. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Because, you know, it's Dick Dale.
Dick Dale,
And
yeah.
he's passed now. So
Yeah.
it's like, yes.
Yeah.
I actually got to see a fucking legend, you know, especially in such a romantic
Dude, if
place.
it wasn't for Rich, I never would have got to see him. He called me night of and he's like, listen, there's 2 tickets left. You know, I had them. They were sold. They're not sold anymore. The people can't make it. And they were just wondering, it's like, you know, do you want to buy them? Elise and I were like, fuck yeah, we're going to see Dick Dale. Because we had tried getting tickets and it was sold the fuck out. So,
Mhm.
man, the energy in that room was insane. It was like everybody was just standing still. The whole thing was just like, oh, and it's
Dude,
loud.
shred-
dude.
Oh, yeah.
So loud. That is probably the loudest band I think I've ever heard in the Mel.
Oh, I bet, man. Oh,
He had a
It might be
wall
the old. It
of
also might be the
amps.
oldest. I wonder if there's a correlation.
Oh yeah, maybe. He
Those
can't
Fender
hear
amps,
anyway.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, he had like
Beast.
a wall.
in the field. You ever heard of them?
No.
They're from Detroit.
No.
Mm-mm.
I saw them first at the 5th quarter, and I thought that was the end. I thought the whole building was going to fall down, and then they played at the Mel, and I've never seen anybody even come close. The whole wall was fucking cabs, man.
Hell yeah.
Doom.
Sorry, I'm a
Like,
guitarist.
sludge,
at heart. Like, I need
sludge,
a wall. I need all the
doom,
amps.
just boom, 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 boom.
So you're being assaulted. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like you're like your whole body's shaking. It's
That's
so
pretty awesome.
yeah.
I saw Dinosaur Jr. at the Bluebird in Bloomington once, and
Oh,
that was the
man.
loudest like shit I literally couldn't hear for like 3 days.
Oh man.
And I thought I had actually like the tinnitus was staying this time.
Right,
And,
yeah.
like I remember the drive home, I was just like, in a fucking daze. Just like
Oh,
hearing
man.
tones, and I was like, "This isn't good. This isn't going to be good."
Right.
Like they're too fucking loud for that fucking club. What the fuck?
Did you get the hangover thing?
Yes.
Where it's like because if you're at a really
You're
loud
literally
show,
getting like sound,
Yeah.
like making you like fucking more exhausted. Your body just
I
shuts down.
like this. I like the sound to be loud enough to cleanse my soul, but not so loud
damage
that
my
it
soul.
bleaches my asshole. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I would say the loudest like national show I've ever seen, Disturbed. I saw them at Conseco Fieldhouse. I couldn't hear for like 2 days.
Yeah.
It was so ungodly loud. It was so loud. And then the closer was Incubus. And I swear they did it on purpose. They came out. It was just the lead singer. He came out. He sat down Indian style with a bongo.
Just the complete
And,
opposite.
they played like an acoustic set directly after it. And
Wow.
everybody left. It was wild. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
They did the same thing the next night in Cincinnati, I think, is where they went, or Louisville, one or the other. And it was like a huge uproar because Incubus did that. This is when what's that song? Drive? It was like the number one like rock hit on the fucking radio. And they're showing up in the Midwest like fucking
Yeah, these people, like, you don't know
Yeah.
these people. They want what they know from you. That's all they want from you. So you
Mhm.
better give it to them.
Right.
Nothing new.
Yeah, it's like they ain't gonna respect
$20
you.
says they were smoking the salvia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They want the
Bath
3
salts.
songs. They don't care
Bath
if that's
salts.
all you
Bath
fucking
salts are
play.
yeah.
back,
They would
baby.
prefer. They would prefer you play those 3 songs over and over
Yeah.
again because they're like,
Right.
I got a playlist just like that.
yeah.
I like that song. 3 Doors Down.
Dude, oh man.
Oh,
Clint just
No hate,
said
no hate.
Black Dahlia at the Emerson made me deaf for like 4 days.
yeah. That would probably do it.
That's
for
the first
sure.
time I ever went to Reggie's. It was Black Dahlia Murder.
Oh yeah, I
And
can see at Reggie's. Oh, I bet that was fucking.
And
so
then
loud, dude.
the very next night, they played the Emerson and went and watched them there. And I don't know if it's the same one, but yeah, dude. Holy shit, that was fucking loud. Yeah, they are a loud band.
I think we need to bring stage volume back. You know what I mean? Like,
Tell that to fucking Deer Creek or whatever they call themselves.
I
I feel
Rudolph.
true. I've never been to a show there. Actually, heard anything.
Dude, no, hold on.
That's like the worst
In
place. to see a show, besides
2019,
Cambridge.
you could sit outside, like on the front porch, and you could hear
yeah.
the music.
really.
Yeah.
Now, dude, you could be like
Yeah.
in the field and
Yeah,
be
I
like,
know, yeah.
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 "There's." I'm
They-
sorry, but
they
their
built all
sound
those-
has went.
They
to
built all those
shit.
neighborhoods out there and they bitched about it. They all came together. They have HOAs, so they're all incorporated.
Yeah.
And so they go to the local government and they're like, hey, you need to suspend that's why they don't do night shows anymore, or they do very few, but like, dude, there used to be nothing better than going to fucking Deer Creek in the fall night show, like just loud as fuck,
I gotta ask a question. I know we're supposed to be taking a break, and I know we still need to talk about Saturday.
Bro, I could sit and talk to these guys forever.
But
They're
before
so
we do
rad.
that-
we can table it for later.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back.
table
We'll
it.
come back to
Yeah.
your question. So, real quick, before we do the commercial break, Saturday night, you can catch the operators. They're playing at the historic Irvington Halloween Festival, the official after party. Abducted.
Abducted
With
Homecoming.
homecoming. I
Tony
think that must
Walker
be
in the
theme this
second
year.
half band.
Hell yeah.
Former Colts player.
Heck yeah.
What? What?
And just
I think
look at-
there's gonna be like a fortune teller or something, and
heck yeah.
food.
And we've got kick-ass costumes too, and it's a costume
We're doing
party.
some. Oh yeah,
We're doing
both nights. Both nights we got some covers.
We got some covers. We're doing Rocky Horror Picture Show. We're all dressed up like one of the characters from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's supposed to
nice.
You guys
ruin
can
it.
start taking bets on who we are.
Funny thing about that though is I never saw that movie until 2
yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah.
No
Not
way.
even 2 weeks ago. It was like a week
And
ago.
I gotta say, not impressed.
I got
I
yeah, you
Same
could just
boat.
Hell
know.
yeah,
Just
same
know.
boat.
That's yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch it. I did not watch that movie until a few years ago. And
Wow.
the thing is, like, I kind of touched on this earlier, and it totally fucked me up that I said that. I wish I had not have said that I hated Grease. And because I don't, it came out of my mouth and I immediately regretted it. And my face has been red ever since. But that movie changed my life in a lot of ways. And I can't watch musicals.
Yeah.
Now, if you put me in a chair in front of a stage and there are people performing, doing a musical, I'm like, go.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
sing
different,
it.
dude.
Sing it. But for some reason on film, it just always messes me
Well, you
up.
get the energy and like this.
Yeah, it's a different energy.
Staging when they like stage when it's a movie, but it's still kind of staged like a musical performance. It's kind of weird to watch a movie like that. Like for me, it's like, it makes you feel like, oh, I would have shot it that way or something. But it's like, I mean, they're blocking it like a fucking stage performance. 'cause
Heath, are
that's
you
what
a
it is.
virgin?
Yeah.
You've never been to Rocky
It's true,
Horror
he
Live?
is.
No, so
I haven't either.
I want to
thing.
do that.
That's
I
the
want to do
thing.
that. We need to do
We could
that.
do that.
There's a
Yeah.
group
'Cause I
that
know
does it
that-
in
I did
Indy.
that.
I know that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I've seen the movie.
I did that
I
in
finally
high
saw
school.
it, and it's like, yeah, that's not really the experience of it.
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah. It's
It's a perfectly fine film. It just was like, it feels like there was all this hype about it. Then I watched it, and I was like, that literally is a movie about nothing,
Yeah.
and it's silly and it's funny.
it's a stupid
but it's
movie
like
made for
those-
theater geeks.
Yeah, exactly. and that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the
That's
number
great.
one occult film. Not a cult.
Cult-
Goddamn it.
cult, yeah.
Cult
Yeah,
classic.
midnight. It's
Yeah.
just a midnight
Yeah.
movie.
Can't be
Yeah.
touched. Yeah. There's like the only film that comes even close to that is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that movie too.
And we're talking about like release, money, all the things. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
just after getting popular after
Yeah,
the fact.
the
yeah.
only reason why Disney let him put that movie out was because of Batman.
Yeah.
And it flopped so
Yeah.
hard. And then this little business called what is that place called in the mall? Everybody goes there, right? No.
Spencer or Hot Topic.
Topic?
Hot Topic.
Yeah.
They put out a line and that was it.
Yep.
The rest is history. And now it's like
14-year-old goth girls' sweatpants have never been the same.
dude, you can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere during the
That's so
fall.
funny.
and
Trailer
not
Park's
find
Trailer Park
merch.
sweatshirts, man. Like, yeah.
Dude. Dude.
Just kidding.
Come on.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
All
that's
right.
terrible.
Let's do the
Commercial
the break. All right, guys. We'll be right back after these crazy videos. We'll start with Full
Crazy.
House.
You know, my favorite type of weed was cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog with the French toast. You think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen? Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lit? Oh, you kumquat! You're overreacting when I put your convertible into a wood chipper, stinking extinct face.
Oh yeah, Daddy.
Cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
Oh shit.
Skunk weed.
Want to hit? Hit?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Okay, let's split.
Close your eyes, Jared.
What do you see?
So you use crack or you're thinking about trying it. Crack it. So if you're thinking about using crack.
Do it! Just do it!
Nothing unusual. Get help now!
You got this.
You, either hell or not. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're always gonna be a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Pretty much hooked on it. But yeah. So you guys missed, we were talking about Ozark.
Love that show.
The last season, right before the last season, I caught wind and I watched like 3 episodes. And by the third one, I was like, fuck.
Right.
I'm fucked.
Not sleeping for a week.
Yes. And that's pretty much like, I'm going to be late for work.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so good.
I had to finish this episode and I'll be on my way.
Yeah.
So good. It is a really good show. If you have not seen Ozark,
I think it's done now too, right?
yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
The last episode is kind of like the whole Game of Thrones approach.
Yeah,
where
right.
people are like, I would have done this different. But it's just like, you know what? Everybody's got an opinion.
Like almost every great series, though, I feel that way about. There hasn't been a series that ended where I was like, that was like phenomenal like that, where I was like, yeah, that was a great ending. No, like I'm always like, I really thought that was going to go somewhere else.
Friends?
Oh, yeah, Friends was actually. Okay.
For me, Breaking Bad.
I was thinking
Better
Breaking Bad.
Better Call
Exactly what I was
Saul and
thinking
Breaking Bad both to me ended very well, and they ended completely different ways, but they both fit their respective shows.
Heartbreaking into a show.
Better Call Saul.
Shattering. How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah.
Fucked me up a little bit.
That was so, yeah.
What?
It was
I'm not
just
trying
like
to
a mind fuck,
Yeah.
honestly.
Like, no way. I didn't see it. But it makes sense.
Great show, though. Loved it.
Yeah. But there are a lot of shows that were just, they ended horribly. So, or they just didn't get an ending. Like
the Curb Your Enthusiasm, like the series finale, like recently, they basically redid the Seinfeld finale, and that was like the whole. There was like a meta joke where they basically just like recreated it, but did it differently. Like it's
No
funny.
way.
It's super funny.
I didn't even know that show ended.
Yeah.
Huh, I'll
It
check
was
that out.
I think it might have been this year or last year.
I wasn't
whatever.
allowed to watch Seinfeld growing up, so I didn't know about a lot of that.
But everybody hated the Seinfeld ending. I remember that being like a controversy in my household.
It was
Like
so
they're
weird.
like, "What the hell happened? Why
Yeah.
did that end so weird?" And it was kind of perfect, but it also wasn't what people expected. So
Worst ending to a series ever. My Name is Earl.
I never even finished
They
it.
got
I've
forced. They
never
got
seen
forced
that.
to finish it, right? Like, yeah, it was like,
it just
that
stopped.
show was so good too.
Yeah, they put like 3 seasons worth of shit in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
They were just like, and we're done.
Like shit, he was in a coma for an episode and just
Yeah.
or for a whole like season, and
Yeah.
it was like, oh okay.
Yeah.
Trying to remember.
Dude, I forgot about the coma season. That was weird.
I think that was like right before they like the last or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
What's the Netflix show where it's about the FBI agents that started the
Mindhunters.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a really good one, too.
I swear, like right now.
And then it just
If
stopped.
I don't know what to watch, I'm just like, what can I put on that's just feel good? Mindhunter.
Yeah.
Season 1. And I'll just start it. And I love that show, but after 2 seasons, they just cut the cord.
For no reason.
They left us hanging in fucking Atlanta.
Yeah,
You
the
know, like,
worst. Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm still like, every day I think about it. I'm like, please
Yeah.
let somebody pick this show up.
I mean, I would much rather him just end it than give it like a really shitty season change with like a casting change and everything. Like, have you ever seen?
That's what's going to happen if they do it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen? Have you ever seen Altered Carbon?
Mm-mm.
I've heard it's cool. I've seen it, but I've never actually watched it.
If you like sci-fi stuff,
maybe.
it's a really cool series. The first season is spectacular. It's brilliantly filmed, it's brilliantly written, it's an interesting story and things like that. The second season blows donkey dicks. It's terrible. They change everything. The main character is no longer the same cast. It's just bad, and you're expected to imagine that he's the same person, and it's like it's just not. It doesn't work. And I'd much rather see him end it. Like if Altered Carbon had one season, I'd still be bitching. I'd be like, man, I wish I had more of that show. But man, I kind of wish that I didn't have more of that show at this point.
That's how I feel about Arrested Development.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
like they keep making Arrested Development. It's like, nah, it ain't working anymore, guys. This was
Right.
lightning in a bottle. It's over. It ended in like
Yeah.
whatever way it had to, but it was funny as fuck. That ended in like a meta fashion.
Michael Cena was
It was
still like a kid.
Yeah, Michael Cera, yeah.
Or Sarah, whatever.
Yeah, no, that shit was like lightning in a bottle, and it worked. And they tried to do like more, and it's like this is the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that's like fucking beating a dead corpse.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess I mean you guys. So you guys are artists. Like, how would you handle that? Like, if you were, let's say that one day you just started making shitty music and you recognized it, would you still put forth an effort to release it? You know what I mean? There's a hypothetical. I'm not saying that you guys are going to make shitty music, but I'm like, because those guys.
I think it depends on the demand. Like, do people want to still hear it?
Right? Hell yeah.
Because if I'm enjoying myself and people still want to hear it, then why not?
Would you like Johnny Cash?
Lars Ulrich is taking notes.
Would you like Johnny Cash it, where you just like put together a greatest hits album and then just play that forever? Like, that's what I would do. I just like.
It seems like, I mean, yeah, that's like for the most exposure. Like we were saying earlier, it's like, oh, if you come play a fucking Ruoff or whatever, you got to play the fucking hits for the crowd, for the general audience crowd.
That's
so
a good point.
It's like that kind of shit where it's like, I guess if you want comfortable longevity, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Right on.
Retirement plan.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? There are artists who evolve constantly, and people follow them no matter what the fuck they're doing. So
I'm hoping
people like Beck or David Bowie or like whatever. It's like
kind
you
of
never know
what
what
I'm
the fuck they're
hoping
gonna
we
be doing,
do end up doing is evolving constantly, because I think both of our albums sound so different from each other. The first one and the second one kind of have two different sounds, so hopefully we just keep doing that and gaining more momentum and more people interested.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you guys are on a path. That's why it's just an interesting thought. I feel like it'll be really cool at some point to look back on the recording and be like, man, what would you do if you were just international superstar? Like, would you,
Gosh, let's just throw that out in the universe.
Is it better to die young or fade away? You know what I mean? That's the question.
Well,
there's like nothing in this world that I want to do more than just play music. I think most of us are all on the same page.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love to hear that.
Make that a full-time career for us, and success being framed around that we can pay our bills doing this. Not necessarily megastars, but at least making a decent living.
You're
making a living.
You're
making a living.
And
yeah.
Sarah, you're gonna be working with
Public Service.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Like, how many shows do you know? How many shows you're gonna be on that tour?
Well, things could change. Like, some shows could fall through, but I start November 17th in LA, and then I think there are like somewhere between 25 and 30 shows that I'm doing between then and the end of December.
You should have a business card with your
excited.
name and your ad, and then your phone number, and on the back.
That's such a good idea.
And then give them to the bands, because that's the thing is like
if you need a saxophone player here.
I've been saying it for a couple of years, and I'm not. Come on, I'm not the only one, but y'all know it. Y'all feel it. The ska is on the rise.
Yeah,
It's coming back.
100%.
And like the horns are fucking. So it's like good time.
Yeah.
And you can, So you and Brittany, well, Brittany's like full on, like that's what Brittany does.
Yeah.
And now you're like adventuring off into
I'm trying to.
that. Yeah.
That's been my biggest thing since I joined the band was that I wanted to see if I could, or even if I wanted to, right? Like, because going out with Public Servants, that'll be my first time going out for that long. And also going out without the operators. They're the only band I've gone on tour with. So I just really want to see, am I going to be comfortable enough with spending this much time with people, playing shows every night, you know, and being away from my own band family that I'm comfortable with? Because I've never met Public Servants before.
You haven't seen?
No, I've seen them. We opened for them, but
It's
I've
intense.
I've never met them.
That's a big jump.
I like, you know, like
I was like,
we're definitely
Yeah,
not.
no. If he was,
Are
if he
you
was
ready?
going in
Like,
blind, I would. There's no way I would.
Isn't like
It's not like
he's
completely
like the
blind.
definition of punk rock.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know all of that. Yeah, like I'm well aware of who Public Serpents are, who Squirt is. Like I know all of that. But as far as like spending any amount of time with them, you know, like I probably spent more time with the people joining him on this tour. Little Jessie Dills, she's gonna be Tim. He plays with Space Monkey Mafia in Minnesota. So I've spent more time with those people than I have actually the people with Public Serpents. So it'll be interesting.
That's so cool though.
What does prep look like for that? Like, is it just like, is it like a day job? Are you just taking it in where you're like, I'm doing my hours on these songs these days? And
like luckily, and this is just like the type of music that they play. It's not exactly difficult horn lines, you know, because it's ska core, so the horns fit in where they can. But yeah, it's I can listen to it and play it, and I try to do the set that they sent me like once a day.
Right on.
To, you know,
Yeah.
get to know it well. But I won't even have a rehearsal with them until my first show with them. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you're gonna smash it. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, thank
Starting
you.
in LA too.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
that's awesome. Hell
Yeah.
So cool.
But yeah, so I kind of like I gave myself like 5 years in my mind. It's been a little over a year now that where I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can do as much as I can in music. Like, could this actually lead to something that's gonna pay my bills for me? So whether it's with the operators, which I hope it is, that would be all I wanted, or if it's just me personally traveling with other bands, like I just want to see if I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Super dope.
It's good to see someone winning the fucking fight, man.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, like,
I was gonna say earlier, like
I hope we all win. Honestly, like there's a space for all of us out there, and I want nothing more than all of my homies to make it. You know,
it is insane. Just I don't know, like how it doesn't seem like a lot of bands from here are making it. I don't know why specifically.
Hey, Babyface,
Like,
he put out an album.
I don't know. I
20 years.
don't know if you guys have
years
noticed or
ago.
not, but you're not doing too shabby, man. You guys
Yeah,
are
you guys
killing
are
it.
thank
Like,
Harley
yeah.
Poe.
we're trying.
I
We're
mean, yeah,
trying
that's-
so hard.
they're
And
definitely
Craig
the-
from
They're definitely the
Circus
one.
St.
They're the star
Deacons.
of the rise.
Right.
Absolutely. What's that?
Craig, he's playing with the Kilograms now.
Oh yeah.
From Deacons. So
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
he's
Craig
on the
Bell?
road a lot more.
Craig Bell.
No, Craig Gorsline,
Oh, okay.
singer and keys.
Ah,
from,
okay.
Deacons.
Yeah.
Right on.
He's
I
been-
heard Deasons. I don't know. why.
Oh no, you're fine.
I know.
Cool
It's
stuff
the
too.
Joe Gittleman who played bass in
Boss Tones.
Boss Tones. It's like his band.
Hell
Now
yeah.
the Boss Tones are broken up. So
Right back in it.
He's been-
So you said something about like whenever we do another show, operator show, we'll look back on this show. Well, looking back at a show that we did earlier this year, and you were talking about playing the show in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And I was like real stoked for you guys because like the band that got me into ska, you actually got to share the stage with Five Iron fucking Frenzy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, yeah, that's so fucking dope.
Very
you know what I
cool.
mean? It's so cool. But you know, and here we are, and it's like now we hear the story
Yeah,
of,
dude.
of Greg's unfortunate
Not Greg.
True.
not Greg.
Yeah, not Greg.
And then,
Not Greg.
and then Chris is on tour with Harley Poe. And
It's
they
so
get
it's
crazy.
like
I was just
DC.
thinking of the
Yeah,
way
it's like, oh,
over
your
here
your
that,
success is making our schedule harder. You,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this year has been like the most fun packed year I've had in so long, but it's also gone by like the
Yeah.
fastest
Yeah, for
too.
sure.
Dude, I feel
I can't
like
believe it's already October.
everything shit the bed during COVID, but music's back, baby.
Yeah.
Like it's here, you know.
Yeah,
Like and
seems that way.
it's just really rad. I
Even
feel
though
like,
I guess there's like articles about like concerts not selling, but that's all like
yeah, that's
major ticket
Ticketmaster.
shit. Yeah.
Ticketmaster isn't getting their slice, and they're
Yeah.
pissed about it. And it's like what I think's really cool is every single weekend it's a real coin toss as to like, you know, where you're going to go and what band you're going to see,
For
because
sure.
there are so many good bands playing at so many venues
Mhm.
that are opening up. And
I
more people are starting to show up. They got cooped up and they came back.
I skipped Primus to see Emil and the Sniffers. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
I
yeah.
probably would have too. Yeah, that's good pick.
Oh, yeah. I'm moving this box. It's in my way.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, you guys want to do one?
Yeah, let's do a what's in the box.
I
Yeah, let's do it. What's in the box? What's that?
When's the last time you did a what's in the box, man?
I don't know.
All right,
Can we close our eyes or something?
I'm gonna get out and. Were you already closing your eyes? You're excited about this.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
All right,
I'm so excited.
All right, so I'm gonna pull a question. Okay.
Oh shit.
It could be random. It could be an actual question. Ooh, this one's underneath. I think I'll take this one. And then we're gonna go around the room and everybody has to answer the question. Well, if you don't want
all
to
get a
answer the
different
question,
question,
you
or-
don't have to answer the question.
Oh, it's one of those.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, all right. So starting with Derek, and then so we'll go all the way around. Derek will answer. I'll be the last one to answer, and then Derek says his.
I don't think I understand my question.
So mine is coffee order. What is your coffee order?
My coffee order?
Yeah.
Like legit.
Like if you're getting coffee.
America. If I'm getting coffee, it's probably because I'm hammered and I'm at Waffle House, and I'm getting hash browns all the way, you know, and the coffee is going to be one creamer, one sugar packet, and that's it.
Okay.
Out the pot, you know.
Yeah.
But you always got to ask them to make you a fresh pot, otherwise they're gross.
Oh, so
Hers
Sarah,
is interesting.
what's your coffee order?
I like the oat milk lattes from Starbucks. They're pretty good. Good
Oh,
start
yeah.
to my day. I think the pistachio one's the best.
Pistachio.
Pistachio oat milk latte.
I usually just get something like a coffee with a little bit of caramel,
Mm.
You like
Oh,
the
yeah.
caramel mocha shit.
like whatever. Yeah,
Dude, caramel
or
goes
just,
good with coffee. I will say that. Like,
Or
come on,
just
Adam.
or just I mean, just even just like I don't know, hot coffee with some caramel syrup or whatever. Like
So I go to Get Go and I get the
Yeah.
Get Up and Go coffee with the extra caffeine. And I always hit the button that says, don't fill up all the way
Yeah.
for creamer. And then about 3/4 away, I pull the cup and it's still pouring coffee. And now I'm on the other side of the table and I'm putting caramel fucking whatever stuff in it.
yeah, yeah.
And then I put like it's a 24-ounce cup. So I'm putting sugar in there. Just sugar. You know what I mean? Like 17 minutes of just
yeah.
sugar. And then I taste it. I'm like, I can't taste the coffee.
Coffee.
It's perfect. That's my coffee order.
Did you ever think about maybe just not drinking coffee?
Yeah.
I'm just
You
fucking
know,
around.
man.
Monster's a good substitute, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Mm,
They're not a sponsor
Early-
of the show.
early age. Yeah. I should not be drinking these, but
Yeah. Am I supposed to
I
ask these
gotta
questions?
regulate this ADHD
Yeah,
somehow.
what's your question?
What 3 things summon you?
Oh, summon you.
Summon you. What was that?
Summon you.
I don't know what that means. We're going that
Oh,
way,
like
right?
if
I
you
think,
put
yeah,
3
like-
things in a circle and that's what would
Yeah.
like
Draw
raise
you.
you.
Sure.
In a trap.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
if there was a little bear trap in there, what's gonna get you to touch that little bear trap? What are
I
3
really
things?
don't know.
This is fantastic. I already have one.
You might have to help me.
I mean, shit. Like grilled meats.
For you, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's one of them.
Snackies for me.
I can agree with that.
Just snacks.
Yeah.
My cats, Raja and Jack, snacks, and probably my saxophone. I mean, right? Like that's me.
Cat snacks and sacks.
Yeah, man.
Hell
I
yeah.
love my solo album.
I feel like that's like a summoning spell. Like
Cat
that's you
snacks
just
and
made.
sacks.
Yeah.
Snacks.
I'm
That's
writing
good.
this down.
meets
Yeah.
sheets and beats, baby.
Beats, sheets, and beats.
That's all you need to summon
Oh,
Heath.
beats and beats. Like,
Meats, sheets,
like-
and beats.
Hell yeah.
yeah, those beats, not
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 with the food.
not
beats.
literal
sheets and
beats.
Oh, yeah.
I love beats.
Yeah.
They're so good.
But
They go
sheets
down my
and
belly. I love beats. Oh my god.
my sheet and a beat.
And a sheet and a beat.
So I have
Heath
to
Slaughter.
go. Wait, I have to go with like the first thing that came to my head. And like for whatever reason, like summon, the first thing that came to my head was like bacon. The smell of
Sure.
bacon.
No.
If
That-
I
summon-
smell
that literally
bacon
summons
Yeah.
you.
in my sleep,
Yeah,
I will
that's a good
wake
one.
up and be like,
Bacon?
bacon.
Bacon?
And then the second thing that came to my mind, without even like, the first words that came to my head was Gibson Les Paul Standard, and then
You
I
just hear those
said,
words
"Wait a
and
minute, custom shop, Gibson Les Paul custom shop." So bacon in a circle with a Gibson Les Paul custom shop in a party.
And a
Like
party.
if
It's a little
somebody
party
tells
house.
me that there is a party, I'm like, where am I going?
Man.
Give me. I love
Well,
hanging out
luckily
with
Heath
people.
will have the
dude.
sheets and the beats,
And-
so
The sheets and the beats. I stand with Andrew WK
He's
on
got
this.
bacon.
You don't have to drink or do drugs to fucking party.
It's true.
it's true.
A party is people coming together and having a good time. I like to party. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Worst answer ever.
Do I have to answer this question?
Yeah.
I
pretty
feel
much.
like if you're like a trooper, my guitar, like I feel like that's great.
Cat snacks. Sacks.
Hell yeah. Cat snacks and sacks, baby.
Wait, is it sax or sex?
Sex.
Eh? Oh.
It was sex.
Is
But
it sheets and beats?
Nice.
Heck yeah.
I censored it for well, anyways, go.
Yeah, I feel like it would be trooper. It would be my guitar,
No, I didn't.
and then I'm with Heath on the meats. Like that would summon me. If I smell a brisket, I can smell a brisket from a mile away, and I'm gonna come
it's
get
like,
a
oh,
piece
what you got
of
in
that.
there? Oh, is that pork chop?
Yeah,
Oh,
right, yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Pork chop in the center.
Yeah,
Bro,
dude.
we have to find
pork chop. Hey, what's going on there?
Oh man, if you're ever on tour and you lose them in a town,
I
just
know.
walk around with a
We
pork
make
chop.
a circle. Someone give me pork chop.
Yeah.
Someone give me sheets.
And somebody beatbox some shit right now.
Someone do some beats. Not that kind of beats,
But
Brandon.
don't wear the sheets though. 'Cause now I'm realizing
Yeah,
the
if
connotation
I
of that
did
can have
that-
now, and I don't know if I want sheets involved in the something anymore. So I
Jesus.
gotta find a new rhyme.
Yeah,
Could you
I would go with
imagine?
the meat, man. That I would like that would summon me. And then like a
Manicotti.
sweet fucking
Yeah.
car. Like
Sweet.
dude, my neighbor across the street, right? His
You
barn.
can't say that. You can't say that. Dude, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but grandma's boy, dude, your bed's a car. Yeah, but it's a sweet car.
Yeah.
Immediately, like, as soon as you said that, sorry.
My neighbor across the street has his barn got fucked up the other day in the windstorm. So he's had to pull his fancy ass fucking car out, right? And he's been collecting cars for a hot minute, buying and selling them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know that he's always had this car up in there. He pulls it out, and it is this beautiful 1964 Pontiac GTO, black with red leather interior, and it is just immaculate, laser straight. And he's just been driving this motherfucker everywhere. That gets me to like, I will stop what I'm doing and walk to the edge of my yard to watch that car go by.
Yeah, for sure.
Like something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
Are you up, Heath?
I think I'm up, but
Oh.
I don't know what's
Hers
going
is
on
very
with my
interesting. You should
card.
show the camera.
Yeah, I'll show the camera. What does that say?
It says, "Oh, it's gonna be inverted too, probably."
No, it's not.
Okay. Song to live.
Song
question
to
mark.
live, and then underneath it says "Kill everything I fuck." Is that a song? Can someone tell me if someone wrote that?
I have no idea. I feel like
Song
these
to
were
live.
added to the box just by random people.
Okay, so it could mean anything.
Yeah.
Maybe
Song
I
to
should like.
live?
I feel
maybe
like
it's like
maybe
what
that's
someone
song to
said.
live. Maybe that's song to. What's the song to live for?
Well,
yeah.
yeah, kill everything I fuck.
That's the song. Yeah. Now we have to look up what "Kill Everything I Fuck" sounds
Yeah.
like. 'Cause
Man, somebody
that's a song to
Is
live.
that really a song?
I don't know.
I hope it is.
I'm about to type "Kill Everything I Fuck" into my Google search.
No,
now.
put it into Spotify.
on it.
Well, here we go.
So, Shep, since you've been gone,
Since you've been gone.
we've been talking about what I have written on my paper. It says "Song to live, kill everything I fuck."
What song would you play live?
Oh, song to
And
live.
Susan Frankenstein said,
Kill everything I fuck.
Cool.
Okay. That
Song,
took a little interpretation.
song
Yeah.
would I play to live? Is that what you said?
Yeah. What is
pick any song that you could sing or play live.
okay?
Like you choose the cover.
Oh, okay.
You've had a few of them.
Man, were we drunk when we wrote
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's an
Something was
old
going
one.
on.
So I put a thing out online. Like, hey, I'm taking it like
I was totally blaming that shit on someone else. Like I had no hand in fucking writing some of these things.
Is this your handwriting, sir?
No.
Oh yeah, that's not mine.
Fucking good.
Holy shit!
My bad.
Songs to play live.
Gosh. Yeah, we have done some covers, but one that I would like to do. We talked about this recently, Heath, doing like an ABBA cover and making that like a ska song. I think that'd be kind of rad
That'd be
and
awesome.
different. There's
That'd be
so many
awesome.
songs already that ska covers.
It's
Like
the
there's just
second
ska cover
question in a
songs.
row.
So what?
Second question in a row. Like he basically beat me to the punch. Damn. God damn
Hell
it.
yeah.
Even though you said it, he still stole it from me.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so that something like that would be fun. I don't want to do when I do a cover, I don't like doing covers that I know everybody's doing. That's not fun to me, you know. And also it's not really fun to me to just like play it like straight either. So if you're giving me, I would rather structure it in
Yeah.
a way that fits ska and take like a not normal covered song and fit it into ska and go from there. That's creatively fun for me, just for being a musician who doesn't really do covers. You know, we write our own music. So
Oh, yeah.
you answer the question.
Song to play live.
Yeah, a cover or any song.
Jesus. I don't know, a Fishbone song.
A Fishbone. Didn't we do that? We already did that.
Kind of. Not really.
Yeah.
We did like 5
Party
seconds.
Ground Zero.
We did like 5 seconds. Oh yeah, that song. Like, if we just like did that whole song, I'd be happy.
That would be awesome.
It sounds like you're living the dream. Like he gets to play the song he wants to live. You should do it, man. What about you, Shep? What's yours?
So, Tight Like a Tiger, we do a cover of the fucking Rocky Horror song,
Time Warp.
Time Warp.
Time Warp. And that's been our lone cover for a long time. But a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we used to do a cover of ABBA's SOS.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
And man, the way that Nick structured this song,
It's weird.
not
I played it with you guys a couple of times.
That's
you came over to
right,
the house.
man.
It's weird. It's cool. You guys should bring that back. Do it.
Do it.
I
Yeah, do
I
it.
love playing that song, and we have not played it in so long.
Yeah, it's cool how you guys.
We have
do
not
it.
played it live in at least 6 or 7 years. I would bet.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
Cover more.
That's why I
Abba.
said that. It was
Yeah,
like,
do more.
we played a show at the Rock House in like 2013, 2014. It was a Harley Post show. And we found out like that they did a cover of Where Is My Mind, which is like what you were already talking about earlier, by the way. One of those things. And we were like, well, let's do SOS. And I've never seen a swarm of people like rush the stage for a cover song, like performing in my life. Like it was like everybody was like, no way, what? And they just all rushed in like, this is insane. And I was like, Rock House is like an under like the radar SOS like gathering.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of people that just loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like we started with one of our songs, Pizza. We added a Talking Head song in the middle of it, which was really cool to see the reaction that we get from that now. People will start singing that song, and Pizza's like one of everybody's favorite songs that we do anyway. So
Oh yeah.
That's rad. Oh, is it my turn? We did Can't Slow Down. I Can't Slow Down by Sloppy Seconds. The reason that one's mine is because like the way that cover came around was, you know, an amalgamation of some really fantastic players, like adding things to it and, you know, trimming it down to where it was just streamlined. And, you know, for a song called I Can't Slow Down, Sloppy Seconds does it pretty slow, you know. So we made it sound like it did a couple bumps and we went to the next level. And it was cool because it got a little praise from, you know, Danny and you know, the guys that were putting together the compilation
That's
thing.
cool.
And it was just fun. Like it was super fun. And it was a cool way to tip our hat back to, you know, all of, because, you know, I mean, I feel like 2016, 17 was like a ripping time for Psychobilly. And that song to me always like kind of encompassed just a really Indianapolis Psychobilly vibe.
Sure.
So that's my cover. The one.
If you have not heard this, by the way, you need to check out that album.
What was the compilation called?
More covers than they're worth.
Yeah.
Really good. That whole album's good. I feel like everybody did a really good job. Man, that cover though.
Dude, the Putts killed it too.
Oh yeah.
There's some good tracks on there, man. It's
fucking
like every track on there is awesome.
Yeah, Remote Controls had a killer song.
Yep. The Run Up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who else was on there?
A bunch of fuckers.
Of course, Rico and
Set the Bar.
Set the Bar
Yep.
did a killer cover on there too.
Yeah. Shout out to all of those people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's really good.
They're all awesome. Yeah.
I got it. I got my copy at Anita Fest. So whatever, the first weekend of September.
Yeah.
This
motherfucker got it before I did.
I don't even know how I got it. Somebody like snuck it in my stuff. I like came back to my stuff and there it was, just the CD, and I was like, it has not left my CD player in my car.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, it's great.
Solid.
Yeah, but I feel like if I was going to do a cover and make it stand out, that it would have to represent like Indiana the best I can. You know, at least Indianapolis music scene the best I can, you know.
I went and grabbed a vape so I could quit smoking so much. I was like, man.
Dude, I realized.
I just quit. Like, I quit vaping about like how long, 3 weeks ago.
I'm trying to get started. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's what I did. I smoked cigarettes for a long time and then switched over to vaping, thinking that would help me quit. And then that was a 10-year journey in and of itself.
I'm ready
like,
for 10 years because I paid.
I should just be done.
Actually, I don't have to say anything else. I just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not like the best, but
for sure. For me, it just came down to like financially, I didn't want to keep doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's where I'm at.
like,
I gotta quit.
This was
too.
It's
this
so
was $5.
expensive. Right.
3,000 hits or something like that.
Right.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was the
And-
hardest thing I ever did to like as far as quitting stuff.
Was it
It's
harder
so-
to quit smoking cigarettes or vaping?
Vaping, because I didn't
That's
switch
why I
to anything
keep
else.
hearing.
Yeah, because I didn't switch. Like I went from cigarettes to vaping, and then vaping and nothing.
It's so much more convenient too. You can just smoke
Yeah.
it anywhere. So it's like, yeah, you don't have to wait and go outside.
Yeah,
So
you can
what
just
is
like
this?
in the
You can go
grocery
anywhere.
store.
Barbarism?
Yeah, bars, hotels.
Was that you tapping?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I thought somebody was knocking on the door. I was like, oh no. Man, I'll tell you one weird ass thing was hanging out over here with Tight Like Tiger one time, and we were playing some music, just jamming around, hanging out,
Oh, no.
and the motherfucking police rolled up the fucking
Holy
rolled up the
shit.
driveway and walked right up
No.
in the motherfucker. And we were like,
What?
wow. Yeah, it was crazy.
Like evening.
Mhm, yeah. Yeah.
Didn't know you had special guests
Well,
on your podcast.
Nick was a little upset because and rightfully so, because they kind of just walked the fuck up
Yeah,
in
but
here.
Yeah,
that's kosher.
Yeah. And
That's fucked up.
yeah, pound on the door. You know, if you can hear that we're playing music in there, like pound on the door. We'll stop playing and come figure out what's
Absolutely.
going on. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
but yeah, don't just walk up in here. So rightfully so, but they seem to be pretty cool. I guess they were like, "Hey man, we get it, but it's dark, and that lady back there's a bitch." So
Yeah. That lady, by the way, like she has walked in since then, walked in this garage
dang,
whilst me in here. And like she just thinks she could just walk in this garage.
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm telling you, like, oh, it might be the whiskey talking a little bit, but the next time she walks in here, at minimum, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, take
And
a,
I'm fi-
take
I'm
a
fine.
picture
Well,
of
yeah,
her.
I mean,
Take
it's
a picture of her.
trespassing at the least.
Take a picture of her. Take a picture. Better yet, take a video and say, "I
And
want you to leave my property."
She
Now,
literally like
there you go.
walks in here, is like, John, we've talked about this. I'm like, I have to do stuff.
Right.
I have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Is she retired?
I'm in 3 fucking bands. Yes. Everybody on
Yeah.
this everybody on this street is fucking retired,
Yeah.
except for this household. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I fucking bought the
Dude,
goddamn
he
house.
gave me the evil eyes the other day. Last Wednesday, I was coming up in here and I was like, "Bro, what's up with your neighbor?" She was standing there looking at me like it was a horror movie, like possessed, like glaring. And I'm like,
We're just,
I just waved. I was like, "Hey," I just kept right on walking. But it's like that sliding glass door right there.
I
She
got
was
a-
just glaring.
I got a
Weird.
good deal on the house, but God, man, I'm surrounded by a bunch of people have more money than they have fucking sense, and they got nothing
Yeah.
but time.
That dude right over there
Looks
has a
like you
Tesla.
could find your future sugar mama around here.
For real?
That
Are you
dude.
serious?
That dude.
Like, what's that?
Use it to your advantage.
Oh my god, it's funny because like
Turn their frowns
whatever
upside down.
the discussion of me, because I've been single now for a while, and it's like every time like the discussion comes up, I'm like, I'm aiming for like 55. Like, ladies, if you're like 10,
Oh, for your
15 years
next
older than me,
girlfriend?
yeah, I'm aiming up.
Can't really call him a girlfriend at that point. It's more like a woman friend.
Step is not looking for a dainty flower. He's looking for someone with a
Ladies in
strong
this
will.
ring up there. Need not apply.
I'm just poking fun.
Fall and
man.
winter only.
Well, like this guy across the street over here, he has a Tesla truck, right? It's like
He hides
What
it.
the fuck?
He hides
It's
it
like-
in his
How do you
garage.
hide it?
that
These are the
is
ugliest fucking things
the
I've ever
most
seen in my
foolish
life.
financial decision that you could ever make. Like, so it's that dude.
Oh no, he topped that.
That dude had that.
He topped it.
That dude had that truck. What, like 2 weeks after they were finally released, right? So like he paid for that truck. What, like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I
probably,
mean?
yeah.
4 years ago. That truck was what, $98,000. That's
Jesus.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's
No.
insane.
You think that's insane? You think that's insane? This truck that I drive now, I bought an 08 Dodge Ram, black, short bed. It's got the V6, better gas mileage, whatever.
It's a nifty truck.
It's a nifty little truck. Nifty truck. Within 48 hours, this dude's got a fucking like 2009 Ford F-150, black, short bed, short cab, fucking small engine.
Yeah.
That proves my fucking point. They have more money than they have sense. They literally saw my truck and was like, ooh, I want an old
I
rustic
like that.
short bed, short cab, sporty truck. Like, you have a Tesla. that's worth $100,000, and you went and bought a $2,500 Ford because you saw that the guy across the street from you has one.
I mean, I'll be honest though, those like the older trucks are better, man. Like if you have to have a truck, if you need to be able to do truck things, like I'd much rather have the new trucks, they're way too expensive and they're fancy as fuck. And I'd feel bad running it into a gate if I had to squeeze through something or whatever, you know. I put like tools in the bed of my fucking truck, you know what I mean? And I don't want something that I
don't know. I'd feel bad for running a Tesla truck into a gate. Maybe they all
That's a good point. Maybe I need to start shopping Tesla trucks.
Man, they're so fast though. I don't know if you guys have read up on that. They are.
Are they?
Oh my god,
dude,
that's disturbing.
The thing that scares me about that is like brakes. That's a heavy vehicle.
Yeah.
How do it goes super fast, but how fast does it stop? You know,
dude, I would not want to be in one of those if somebody was at a stoplight and just slammed on the gas. It would be your fucking face would melt off. It's so fast. It's ridiculous.
It's like a missile. Yeah,
it's 0 to 60. I know it's under 4.
Right.
I can't remember the exact numbers. I'm just saying, like 40-yard dash. Tesla's gonna win. So, all right, what'd you pull?
What's on your card?
Mine's excuse me. I have such a dry throat right now.
It's I shut the door.
It's a grab it.
I'll
Most overrated celebrity.
I'll shut the door in a second. Oh man. I get to answer first. Yay,
Yeah.
I finally get to answer first. All right. I mean, this is so easy. I feel bad for saying it because it's so easy. Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah. I don't feel like she's a celebrity. I guess she is, but
she's so much a
I'm
celebrity that her whole family is now celebrity.
Yeah.
Celebritied. What like whose dick do you
grandfathered into celebrity?
Whose dick do you gotta suck to get celebrity?
Kanye West.
Ray J?
Kanye West.
Ray J.
Hey, no, I mean,
I guess like nowadays it's the guy from Saturday Night Live. That's the guy. I can't think of his name.
Lord Michaels.
No.
Pete Davidson.
That guy.
Everyone's boyfriend.
Yeah, everyone's boyfriend.
Everyone's boyfriend.
Like, are you over the age of 30? Are you recently single? Then you need to try
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson is not for everybody. Please talk to your doctor before trying Pete Davidson. Like, the side effects of Pete Davidson is... I'm just kidding. I just keep going. All right. There.
I think that's solely because Ariana Grande told everyone he has a gigantic dick. Like, she did an interview saying he had a huge package, and then after that, every model jumped on it. Like, well, let's see if she was right.
That's so stupid. I mean, like, if you're gonna be known for something, though, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, look at fucking. I can't even say it. Ron Jeremy.
Exactly. Whoa. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
I got a picture with. I got a picture with that guy.
If Pete Davidson ends up in prison for the same shit that Ron Jeremy, because you just said it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right.
I mean, Pete Davidson's not going to get a cameo in Ghostbusters.
I feel like some of the shit that Ron Jeremy did was significantly more impactful.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, in the future,
dude only did cocaine off of women's titties. Like, that was just a thing. Like, saw it with my own eyes. You know, you hear those rumors and then you see it and you're like, whoa, that's real. Huh. And now he's in prison. So
wait, what'd he do?
Ron Jeremy?
I don't know. I
didn't know he was in prison either.
Oh yeah, he's in prison.
Following Ron Jeremy.
Statutory rape.
A bunch of stuff.
Shit, really?
Well, as it turns out, those consent forms that he rolls around with were not legally binding. So when he did a bunch of fucked up shit, I guess that you get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's like kind of old too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that dude's he's fucked.
He does not follow the golden rule.
No.
And the golden rule is if you're drinking and they're drinking does not mean it's okay.
Yeah, it's not consent.
Yeah. Like I stand by this. Like, I do not, like, I'm one of those people where I just won't even
Right.
Yeah.
no thanks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Like, I want real love. Fuck that bullshit.
Right.
All right. Anyways.
Most overrated celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on. You got it.
Oh, that's rough. I'm gonna have to say probably the Jacksons, one of the Jacksons, probably Michael Jackson. I think he's overrated.
He wrote Thriller.
Yeah.
He wrote Billie Jean.
Yeah. He was surrounded by.
How about
he was
Tito Jackson?
He,
Look at him. He's like,
was.
God.
Here's the
damn
thing.
it."
Here's the thing. He was surrounded by world-class musicians
Yeah.
from a very, very young age, and he was literally ripped out of school and made to perform. He was taken advantage of. His childhood was stolen from him.
For
and
sure.
and what I'm saying is I believe that he would have been a better artist had he been able to have his childhood. I believe that all of those characteristics that you normally would associate with his magic music career, I believe that all of those things still would exist, but I think it would be more expressive if, and it's just, yeah, you asked me my opinion. That's my opinion. Hot take. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I do want to give you this too. Like, he did have a lot of help
Yeah.
from gosh darn it.
Everyone.
No, one person, the guy that did the Austin Powers song, do. What's his name? It's gonna piss me off. Great producer, like, really badass. Doesn't. Point is though, he did have a lot of help.
Yeah,
but he also actually truly did write Thriller.
Yeah,
and he did write Billie Jean. But
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I totally get. Yeah. I mean, in the prime of Motown.
Here's what I'm saying. My opinion on that is, I think that you still would have got Billie Jean. I think you still would have got Thriller. I think it probably would have sounded a little different, but probably not much different. You still would have been the same dude. But I think that you would have got more material on that level, and I think that it would have been more intense.
I think what you're saying is he's not Prince. And don't ever forget it.
Yeah, and that was really my measuring. That's like the weighing point. That's what I'm measuring against is Prince, is because it's like, Prince really did all the things. You know what I mean? Himself. Like, that was just him doing stuff. He'd write, number ones and be like, "Oh man, I don't really like this one. Here, you can have it." Yeah.
Ed Sheeran's kind of on that shit too, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Ed Sheeran's on that.
Yeah. That guy writes songs like "It's Going Outside." That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't.
very smart when it comes to that.
Yeah,
He's so intelligent.
I don't really like his
So
music,
skilled.
but like the way that he works, his workflow is incredible.
Yeah.
He just shits out hit song after hit song like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
I am
Wedding
not jealous,
song, graduation song.
Thank you. Birch just chimed in. Quincy
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Quincy. I mean, thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Quincy.
Thank you, Quincy.
From
From
above.
Michael Jackson. My bad. Okay, so we'll just edit it. There's we only have 2 minutes left. I was not tracking time.
It's not good.
So
For the whole podcast?
yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I know how to do the things. We're good.
Oh, okay.
So in your opinion,
my answer,
the
most overrated celebrity. I'm gonna have to say, and I actually thought this the same time you came up with yours, Kanye West. I just think that he has a huge following, and I really don't know why. And he's kind of crazy. So at least I think he's crazy.
Yeah,
that's you.
I don't know if it's a Kardashian thing that rubbed off of him.
Have you ever seen?
Did anybody ever track that? Like, was he crazy prior to Kim Kardashian?
Have you ever seen the old videos of him working on the on his keyboard, like making beats and stuff? It's insane.
Oh,
he
really?
he is
old Kanye was different for sure.
So it was a Kim Kardashian thing.
Yeah.
Something to look into.
He got uncelebritied. They stole his celebrity to give to
Jay-Z's. What's his record company called?
Rockefeller.
There would be no Rockefeller without Kanye West.
Oh,
Before
really?
he put out his first solo album, pretty much anything and everything. Blueprint 2, like
But
Jay-Z's work.
Don't all those trains lead right to P. Diddy?
Yikes.
They do, right? Like,
Yikes.
I mean, And I thought Michael Jackson
It's
was
gonna
a
be
hot
really
take.
interesting to see how that whole thing plays out.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
how many people are gonna go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good. We need
They
that.
say-
Like,
100%. Yeah.
Justice
like,
is-
drain that
They
shit.
said the same
Yeah.
thing with the old boy that committed suicide.
yeah,
right.
And yeah,
that Epstein's himself.
yeah, we'll see. But a lot of people, I mean, as of right now, like we don't need a court to tell us who's vile and who's not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all there, and like
just
there
need
is
the
already
information.
a laundry list of
Mhm.
people that are pretty much like guilty without even being charged because it's all there. So, Cat Williams did a podcast. You should probably
Yeah.
watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
a
interesting.
that's a crazy.
Everybody thought he was
world.
crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
Well, and like,
Oh.
dude, rich people are nuts. Like, you ever
Yeah.
been around some like ludicrously rich people? Like, they act different.
Well,
like,
they
it's
sure
They
do.
can pay anybody. You know, they
Yeah.
can just get paid out. They can
Yeah.
pay people out.
They
to
could
not
just-
get in trouble.
They think they
whatever
could do
want.
whatever they want, and
Yeah.
and
no
it-
consequences.
yeah, no consequences.
Do you know how he got away with that crazy shit in the hallway with all the stuffs?
He paid people off.
He just walked into the damn foyer with a bag with just money in it, and he just threw it on the
Exactly.
ground. He's like, "There's $50,000." Like, give me that tape. They're like, "Sorry, we don't tape things anymore. It's on the
Wow.
cloud, bud. Shit's already leaked." It's craziness.
Yeah. I can't
He's like,
imagine.
what? Did you see the gesture? It's like
Yeah.
people with money
Yeah.
think they could do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Where were we?
What's your
It'd be-
answer?
Sorry. I was gonna say Tupac.
Huh.
Oh.
I don't know why that came to mind. I was I never got into Tupac. I don't know. I couldn't come up with
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually,
I'm
Yeah.
cool with that one.
that's really on point.
yeah.
Yeah. He did a horrible
He's
on
not that funny.
SNL.
Yeah.
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 He's not funny.
He was the one that kind of changed the before Fallon, it was uncool to like fuck up.
Yeah.
And then
Right. And then
he changed it all.
started kind of laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Like he can't keep a straight face at all.
And everybody knows that his show has got writers. He doesn't write his own jokes.
no.
So I could see that's a good one.
All they do is make internet clips now. Like literally all the night shows are just like what's gonna be cool on YouTube the next day.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think everything is just already like basically a pre-YouTube clip anyway.
I can't remember the last time I watched one of those shows.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure. Same. Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since Conan went off. That's who
I
I
loved Conan.
same.
Yep.
That was my go-to.
So good.
Jon Stewart back in the day was really funny, and like I mean, even Dave Letterman was
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
hilarious. I mean, yeah, Jay Leno, meh. You know what I mean? But like, also, I feel like he was a car guy that ended up hosting a show. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And now
Hey, he was the stand-up, right?
yeah,
Was
ish, ish, yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. He
Dude,
didn't have a long run.
Wayne said most overrated act would be Tool. I can get behind that. Yeah, I feel like
I don't feel like I know enough about Tool, but to judge them. But what I've heard, I don't dig that much.
I feel from what
I've never really been into them.
from what I know about Tool is that if you listen to them one time, it's like heroin. You're just addicted to it forever, and so then you become a Tool person, and then you have that Tool shirt, you know, that you would always wear. Like, don't listen to Tool. It's not worth it.
Wayne, all I have to say is, who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head.
He said, "Tool is just Rush for
I'm
ex
just fucking
juggalos."
That's my
For
favorite Tool
ex-juggalos.
song.
Yeah, that's so perfect.
I think he is a good writer, but I think the reason why people hate them so much is because of their incline of music abilities and how much they put their music theory into their own music to a point that it's like
It's like not
Oh, it's
enjoyable
the
to listen
Fibonacci-
to anymore.
We did the Fibonacci sequence. in
You
this
don't have to
album, and
make
it's like,
things
right.
so
okay, all
intricate
right.
and stuff to where just the average person is like, oh wow, like you
And-
know, like you don't get it.
Also, their super fans
Yeah.
are the fucking worst. Yeah, if you ever meet like a really big Tool fan, take 10 feet.
What
10
about
feet
Tool
back.
Time?
Tool time.
Tool time. Well, I mean,
What about that Tim
I don't know why
Tim
in my
Allen?
head, like Tool and Fish are the same band in my head. Like
Right.
I know they're just so different, but like they're like the same band to me.
Tool and Fish.
Tool and Fish, yeah. Like aren't they
Really?
both like jam bandy, kind of? Or am I thinking? Maybe I've never heard a Tool song in my
No,
life.
Tool is like Tool is like methodical.
Oh, okay.
Tool
Like
is
mechanical.
industrial
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Meets like I'm gonna stop there.
Aren't their songs like really long though? Maybe that's why in
Very
my head they're
long.
the same as
Yeah.
me. It's like the same.
Schism. The first time I put it on, I think I was 19, and I estimated it's gonna end sometime in the next 6 to 7 years. That's how long Schism is. And that video is fucking gnarly too.
Yeah.
You can't really hate on Tool too hard. Honorable mentions: Ashley Simpson. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think she had a bad rap because she's Jessica's sister.
No,
Like,
she
it's
had a
hard-
bad rap because she changed Saturday. Well, Pamela Anderson changed Saturday Night Live forever.
I mean, I would say
But-
I would say Jessica Simpson fits the category. Shit. I mean,
For
Yeah.
sure, and she's still
I
around.
forgot about
too.
that person.
Yeah.
honestly.
It's pretty fair too.
But yeah,
her
she Milli
sister-
Vanilli'd Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
That's true.
Change Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live as well. So like she'll never be forgotten for that.
Also,
That's
though,
so
what
sad,
she did,
though.
what she did is what everyone does.
Everybody
now.
does. She
So
got
kind of
caught.
got
Yeah.
pariah for
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Everybody but Madonna.
Same with Millie.
Everybody but Madonna.
Justice for Millie Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli didn't even speak English though.
DC Music Factory.
There's a difference.
It's like
That's
doing
a
the watermelon
that's a whole
trick.
other bag of beans right there.
Yeah, all that '90s shit where it was like a music video with some supermodel, and then the actual singer is a fucking just,
Yeah.
a
Yes, that's what I'm
voluptuous
talking about.
lady of color.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they were their true talent, but they didn't get any of the
Yeah.
visual.
They didn't have me fooled.
credit.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you that right now. Everybody dance now. Like, dude, that was not no fucking 5'3", 120-pound woman.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was like a fucking
that's power.
5'6",
That is some fucking.
180, 190 fucking
Yeah.
lungs. Hell yeah. No.
She's got a Hemi in there.
I mean, that 5.7
You're
liters.
so country.
Hell
God damn.
yeah. 4x4. Everything.
country
Probably
is
got a
it?
turbo.
She got a Hemi in there.
She's got a Hemi in there.
That
thing got a
Super
Hemi.
charged.
Oh.
Man, it is kind of like interesting to think about all the things that have happened to music since the
Oh
80s.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
Nothing is the same.
One of the most hated bands in the world, I would say, Avenged Sevenfold, is literally going to be remembered historically for being the band that said, fuck you, Sony. We're not going to fucking do it. What you did is illegal, and we'll see you in court. And it's still ongoing, but that band actually really altered the future of music in general. But really, while that's all still happening, we're all sitting here figuring out like, you don't need a fucking record contract to fucking get it done anymore.
Mhm.
But still, at least they took on the dinosaurs per se. So yeah, big court case, big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if you had to put out an album every 2 years and you sign a 10-year record contract, how much money are you gonna get?
Am I allowed to give them all the records up front?
Right?
I just sit down for like I'd lock
it has to
myself
be
in my writing room. I would lock myself in my writing space and I would just pump out as much of it as I could and then just send it all to them all at once and be like, you arrange the shit. show me the fucking money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like if a label came to you guys, if Sony came to you guys and was like, "Hey, we'll give you an advance
Oh
of
wow,
like
if we
you
got
know
big enough for that,
$4 million and we'll cover your recording expenses and
we would
stuff
be
like
locking
that." Like,
ourselves in our writer's room. We'd be
Right.
renting a house
Yeah.
together and getting it done.
you know, don't give them anything that means something to you, but
For
just
$4 million.
give them
Well, they don't want that anyways. It's a
Yeah.
big record
right.
label.
Yeah, they just want the
feel
bullshit.
good shit.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there's a lot of people in indie that can write like good
Just, like,
label level
catchy
songs.
shit.
Yeah, label level songs, you know.
For
Yeah,
sure.
like Shep is a killer lyricist in all honesty, man. Like I'm not trying to, blow
Hell
smoke
yeah.
or anything like that. He's a killer lyricist. Some of the words that he puts together, it's like, damn, you're really painting a picture, you know? And it's just crazy, man.
Thanks, man.
Like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, and I feel like that's what I'm saying to the labels is like, where the fuck are you at, man? Like, throw some bones down in here in the gutter for us,
For
and
sure.
we're
It doesn't
gonna.
even have to be much.
Yeah. Like, we don't need $4 million, man. Give us like 10 grand to buy a van so we can drive around. You know?
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Yeah.
It's the little things for us bands, for us smaller bands.
Yeah. Give me a string budget. You know, I go through like fucking 6 pairs of strings every 2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
like, just give me a string budget.
I
A
meant to
band and a
text you.
reed
I was
budget.
I was gonna text you like around 5, and I was like, "Oh, let me finish this, and I'll text him." I was gonna have you bring me a 46 because I broke a string, and I can't believe it, but I'm actually out of fucking guitar strings.
That's crazy.
which is like insane.
You gotta start buying them in bulk, bro.
That's what I mean.
Do
That's
you-
what I do. I buy them in bulk.
Do you guys buy your disposables in bulk? I guess you guys don't really have a lot of like
It's
reeds and
oil.
stuff like that.
Like
and
oil.
I have
Cheers,
reeds
man.
that I buy, and they're so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much strings cost, but reeds are like for a 5-pack, it's like $30, and I go through a
Yeah, it's
box a month.
It's pretty close.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's a little more expensive than strings
For
for sure.
sure.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it depends on which string you're going with. But,
And it depends on how much you play and stuff. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I what is it, $6 or $7 a pack?
Yeah.
But if you buy them like 3-packs, you can get them for
$16,
$16.
Yeah.
And I
you
usually
buy them in 12 packs, you can get them for $54 when they're on sale.
exactly, and that's what I normally do. But I have not done that in a while, and I'm out of strings. So I have my collection of like,
Junk.
the strings.
Yeah.
Like the random like 13s and some 36s. No, I went through them today and I got a collection because I'm like desperate. I'm like, I gotta find a 46 somewhere in this motherfucker. And I've got like 7 or 8 36s. Yeah, like A's, which is an
Yeah.
A string, by the way, on a guitar.
Yeah.
I have
Never break those A
never
strings.
break A strings. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like usually it's you do in the pack at a time, but obviously over the last year, I broke a lot of A strings.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's check these comments real quick. Damn it, Wayne. I don't even know where to start. Look at all these comments. Does anybody know where he started? Okay, here we go.
I can't see the comments. So.
No.
Oh no.
There they are.
There we go.
I never turned on the monitor. I'm sorry,
Masturbatory.
guys. Totally left the monitor off. At least we got sound.
Why is masturbatory cap?
Yep, it was Marth
Mouthwash.
Wash from the Weather Girls. It's Raining Men. That who really?
Yeah.
CC Music Factory. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I don't
just sitting here
think-
reading.
It's kind of like underwear. You don't get that from Goodwill. But thanks for the hot tip.
Hell yeah! Let's go get her underwear.
Donnie.
Donnie, I love you.
It's
Hey.
Oh yeah!
As Donnie, our child.
I know you guys had kids. That's
Yeah, we
cool.
do. Donnie.
Adopted.
Miss Alexa Pro.
Miss Alexa Pro.
Yeah, she's a drag queen. Lafayette.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
And I mean, it's kind of like a battle between is Donnie our biggest fan? I think Donnie is.
Yep, he's a good
He's
friend
a
of the
great
band.
friend and a really, great fan.
Hell yeah! Awesome. So let's actually, I want to go ahead and reiterate. So Sarah and Heath, they're playing this weekend. Kokomo on Friday, Fountain Square on Tuesday.
Irvington on Saturday. Yeah.
So
but definitely check out the Kokomo one, guys, because that's going to be
Hell
so
yeah.
much fun. Opening night at Gasworks. Get that shuttle.
Yep, $25
$25.
holla. Get a shuttle
Include
from
your ticket.
Indy up to Kokomo and back with the ticket.
Yeah.
Playing with Leather and Mace, Stackhouse, and if you just show up.
And that'll be
it's 11.
Dan's first show with us, our new trombone player. Awesome.
Nice.
Super exciting.
Hell yeah.
And then Saturdays with the Tony Walker and the second half band. Former Colts player Tony Walker. I don't know anything about
Dude, I
any
don't
of
even
that.
know. I'll be honest. I don't know.
I won't know who he is. But if you
Sorry,
do, come and
Tony.
see us.
I know.
Come and see us and Tony Walker.
I know he's not an idiot kicker. I'm pretty sure he was a safety.
I'm
Okay.
gonna send this guy a friend request right now.
probably
I want
wrong.
to know this dude.
But I swear
Who's
he's
Tony
either
Walker?
a cornerback, safety, or a wide receiver. He's one of the fast ones. I remember that.
I'm gonna find him. I
Heck
need
yeah.
to know this.
I'm probably
Where's
way
that?
off.
Do you know what kind of music they play?
No idea.
Oh, that's always
It'd
exciting.
be so funny if it was just like football game.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Like the CBS or NBC,
Dude,
like bum
oh, yeah.
bum bum.
You guys have to work that up to do that in front of them and just be that would be hilarious.
What's okay? We were talking about the band from Detroit earlier. Leather and Mace playing with you guys on Saturday. They cover Gay Bar. What's the name of the band that they used to tour with all the time? Come on, you know it. Downtown Brown from Detroit. Used to tour with them all the time.
Right.
And every time I've seen them, they always open up with Terminator.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, like that. Fucking yeah. That would be cool though. What you were saying, yeah. That'd be dope. Sorry, had a moment. I got a really good story about Downtown Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell it?
You wanna hear it? It's kind of interesting.
Anticipation.
I saw Funkbot, Mr. Clayton, the Pink Cigarettes headlining Downtown Brown at the Emerson Theater. I took a friend of mine that doesn't normally go to like local shows with me. Had just enough money, just to get tickets to go to the show. And I was blown away by Downtown Brown. I was like, wow, these guys are fucking awesome, funny, and super fucking talented.
Cool.
And after the show, I was like, man, I got to get something because I'm just a little nostalgic. I
Mhm.
got to have like a thing. That's what the gift of VHS, you
Mhm.
know, like
Right.
you have it and it's like, I remember I got this on that podcast thing, whatever, you know what I mean? So I wanted to get something, but I really wanted a CD, you know, this is back in the day before like, you know, like they had like, you could just pay $10 a month and have unlimited music
Right.
on whatever app you use.
You had to actually physically own it.
iTunes, only 9. No, I'm just kidding. But and I was like, man, I got $3. I went to my car and I hunted down every fucking last penny I could get. And I had like $3.50. And I looked at the lead singer and I said, man, I really loved your set. I've only got $3.50. Can I get one of your CDs? Okay. And he looks at me and goes, you can have a koozie. And that was the last time I listened to Downtown Brown.
Aww.
Because I'll tell you right now, if any person walked up to me with a handful of change
Yeah.
and said, can I have one of your CDs? I would give them a piece of every fucking merch I have.
Yeah.
Because they literally loved my band so much
Right.
that they went to their car
Right.
and searched through their car and collected every last penny
Well, that's gonna be
just to listen to their music
Yeah.
after that.
That's going to be the person that shows their friends that music and the person that wears that T-shirt. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that buy the T-shirt and then just stuff it up in their closet. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
They gained and lost a fan instantly.
That's crazy.
But at the end of the day, like, if Kendrick Lamar was here, what would he tell that guy? Tell him be humble. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I can't take him
I don't
seriously.
think Kendrick Lamar's selling his own merch.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Kendrick Lamar?
Fair. I'm just saying though.
Which makes a good point.
Yeah. It's like we're in New Orleans or something. That's a whole thing too, by the way.
Oh.
Nobody. Yeah. I'm a big hip hop fan. So nobody knows who the fuck Kendrick. Well, you will because he's playing the Super Bowl this year.
Holy shit. Right
which
on.
is like
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know why you would assume that I would watch the Super Bowl.
I don't know because you're American. Football, trucks, guns, high gas prices.
As sure as the hair on my chin, I'm watching that game.
Go Cowboys. Oh my god. But anyways, like, yeah, that's public record now. So
Maybe
I
we should
usually
ask
don't
Tony
do
Walker
that.
if he's
But
ever been in the Super Bowl.
it's a very
Probably he's on the Colts, so
Interesting thing.
probably not.
I know.
very interesting thing. But that was 12 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. So very yeah. I probably brought that up once before. It's not like you see Downtown Brown coming through anymore. But either way, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. If you guys were on tour in that kind of a situation, would you not?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We've had people at shows say they only have this amount of money, but they want a CD. I've given them a CD. You know, it's like you said, it's about like gaining that fan, and they love our music that much. So
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry to drop the negative.
yeah. No, I totally understand.
Your kid is up on here.
Hell yeah.
New trombone.
Yeah, new trombone player. Aw, we
Aw.
could.
Good.
Miss you too, Billy. Hell yeah.
Miss you too, Billy.
All right. So you guys want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a lot of fun.
Ending on a great note.
Yeah.
Downtown Brown.
Yeah, fuck Downtown Brown, am I right?
So dry.
Fuck those guys. I have no idea who they are. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sound like jerks though.
Yeah. His thing. Stay humble. Actually, I made a post this morning about like
Yeah.
that too.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
That's kind of like also like I hope no matter how much bigger or whatever the operators get, I hope we all maintain that sense of like that we always have fun, and you know that we realize how grateful we are for doing it, and that every opportunity to make a fan or meet new friends is an opportunity we should all take, you know. And I'm sure we will because we're us and we're just a bunch of
Yeah.
nerds, but
I don't know Greg very well, but he's always seemed really cool to me.
Yeah.
But I feel like every one of y'all motherfuckers is like cool as fuck and
Oh,
down to
thanks.
earth. And
Aw.
I love you guys. I love being around all of you.
Well,
I
thank
really
you.
do.
Thank you.
And I just want to throw this out there. I don't do this a whole lot, but Brandon Sanders is low key under the radar. One of those people that is like going behind people's backs and telling other people, hey, you need to hit this person up because they do magic. He is constantly, and I know it's not, he's done it for me.
He's done it for me.
He's done it for Frenchie. He's done it for a lot of people. And he never asks or expects anything from it, but he's constantly helping out people in our community.
Yeah.
And he's an unsung hero because
Yeah.
he's always looking out for the people around him.
Yeah.
And we can joke around about his personality
Oh, everything.
and all that stuff, but that dude is all heart and he cares
Yeah,
and loves.
He's a
the
really
people in
great
his
friend
life.
for sure. He's a really great dude. He's a really great friend.
Hard
We all,
worker.
all can go to him for anything almost all the time. I love him.
Dude, when we did the Carb Day show at the Mel. Pilots dropped off the bill, and he put up that post.
yeah.
And I shot him a message, and I was like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Well, we were gonna cut it off, but I think you should play it." And it's like, so he calls me like 4 hours before doors, and he's like, "Hey, you're on. Like, get up here and load your shit in." And it's like, cool, man. Like, all right. And if it wasn't for him just sticking his neck out there that one time, like, TCA wouldn't be coming back the way that it is. Like, I mean, that's just my story of what you were talking about. Like, and the thing is like, that's just one slice of your guys' band. Like, you guys have, you're like an octopus with your tentacles in all the places. And it's like, and I like it, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah. He is a cool dude. Very nice.
I think and one of the things to me is like, about your band that I can really appreciate is the fact that a lot of bands, they come and go because of the fact that it's really hard to find people that you just get along with and, sleep in a van with, whatever.
Right.
And, a long time ago, I saw this band called Full Monty from Indy, and they were so like, you could just feel that. And you guys have that same energy, that family-esque, like, you have that bond. And it's very special. I think what you guys
do think
are
we
doing
have
is
a special.
amazing. So,
Yeah.
all right. All right. I think we're done kissing y'all asses. You're the best. Just saying.
All right. Now enough.
Love you
Get back
guys.
out there and make us some good ass music.
Hell yeah. Friday, head to Kokomo. Check them out. Gasworks first show. Saturday, the historic Irvington Theater playing there with Tony Walker and the B-side second half football
man.
game.
Super Bowl
It
champion.
sounds like
Go Cowboys.
a night show.
Whatever.
Man. It's Tony Walker, the second half band.
And then if you're in Chicago and you're checking out the podcast coming out on November 16th,
November 16th,
Reggie's
Slackfest.
Hell yeah. All right,
Always
y'all.
fun.
Thank you for making the drive.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks to the lapel police for not pulling me over this time.
Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking about that earlier today, but all right. So, Frenchie, thanks for hanging out and fucking helping me do the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking, thanks everybody at home for, or wherever the fuck you might be.
Yeah.
It is on social media, for taking a part and being a part of the show. That's right. Brandon rocks. And,
Brandon rocks.
All right, you be safe down there in Florida. Hell yeah. The last Starfighter in Greece. All right, y'all. It's been awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Oh.
I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to work. I don't want a bunch of